Yabba dabba 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 doo, follow follow, hebo jibbo, beeble beeble beeble. Is appropriating stupid. Nope, nope. Stupid's free for everybody. Yeah, there you go. All right. And then we'll do this. Hey, look, I put the ceiling tile up. Bring it down just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, morning, kids. Morning, kids. Evening. Top of the fork, you. That's what I say. ARG, what's up? There we go. You know, if you sit up the right way, things go better. Red drink? Nah, sugar-free. Pink. Thought I was grabbing fruit punch, but turns out I did not. So, welcome. Loose gray shirts make me look like a hobo. Anyways, get up in here. I want to hit 180,000 subs before we end of the night tonight. So that's my goal. And we only need 55, and we've been hitting like 130 every stream. So unless you guys are here to let me down, hit that freaking subscribe button, you motherfuckers. It's probably the last cuss word you'll hear me use today. How's your neck feeling? You tell me. It's scar tissue, scab, and all that shiz. It's getting there. Have a good show, Julian. Thank you. Hello, Hunter. How's things going? I'm looking off to the side to read off one of my screens, so you'll be fine. You liked? Thank you, but I need your subscription more than your like. I don't ask for money. I don't know much, but I know how love likes. And that may be all I need from you. All right. You shared it on all the socials. Thanks, brother. So, and to prove that you guys are making a big difference in my channel, and that's the main thing. You guys are what helps the channel grow organically. I was reached out to by two companies that saw videos on products that they made in the past, and they offered to let me take a look at their new versions. These are companies I didn't even reach out to. They're just companies that said, hey, man, saw your video on our previous version of X. Do you want to take a look at Y? And I was like, yeah, for shizzle. And then when I said for shizzle, they decided not to work with me. Just kidding. What are two guns above and below your play button? Those are 3D printed things made by my buddy Drunk Mouse. You can't really read them because the lettering's in white, but the one that's right side up says Wind City Armory. That's the name of my store. And the other one is the Jiminy Show. I need to paint those into a dark gray. All the pegboard will be painted a dark gray. I'm trying to get some slat wall, but I'm also not spending money right now because I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. But yeah, come on in. Ask me some questions. Let's have some fun. That's what I say tonight. And if you can't have some fun, at least make it interesting. Also, that is going to the range tomorrow. The Gerson Match X and the Influencer X. Those are both going with me to the range tomorrow. I got them all lubed up, ready to go. I put a hollow sun on the Match X. You just unsubscribed. Well, I just unmodded you. How's that? So are they custom designed props, huh? Not really designed props. They're more of a signage. But yeah, I guess you can call them props if you want to. Give me some props. Only 5 minutes ago. What's 5 minutes ago? The fact that I got through with it afterwards? Maybe I'm jumping around. There's only 3 of you talking right now. What I need is the rest of you to start chatting, ratting, batting, matting, bastard, baiting, boom. Liar, you didn't take your subscription back, you bitch. But yeah, anywho, we'll be checking out those guns. What was a new one? I need to get my hands on that stupid Prime. If anybody wants to just give me one, call me. You can call me Joe. Or Skid Mark. That's what my mommy always called me.
Come here, Skid Mark. It's time for school.
I can't wait to see your thoughts on the two. Yeah, and I've also reached out, Chanson, what's up, son? I've also reached out to Taylor's and Company, who's actually right down the road from me. They do the revolver up there is an 1873 clone. It's a single action clone. They also do hot bluing. So the single stack Gerson is getting fully stripped and sandblasted by my buddy John over at Appalachian Gunworks. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to polish out the body to a super fine finish and have it hot blued so it looks like the old Colt 1911s with the high polish. And I'm going to send the slide from the Match X to get it to match the gun because they don't do aluminum. Aluminium will warp the instant you put it into a hot bluing tank. What's up from New York City? Hey, New York City, what's going on? Hey, how you doing, huh? You coming and hanging out over here? You sitting outside with your friends or something? You outside on the phone, huh? You sitting out there, huh? AKA Rambo. Rambo ain't got shit on me. I'm fucking, like, not tied to, like, movie plots and stuff. I'm gonna be doing some really weird stuff. Like pooping on my ammo for poison damage. Did you see the BTG hand polished his Gerson? What is that? Bust Them Guns, that guy? I've seen his channel a couple times. I didn't know he worked on it. Bro, the blocks behind him, are you from New York? Bro has the blocks behind him? Who's the blocks? Yes, it is a 357. That is a boom, boom, boom. Sorry, just looking at some stuff.
Y'all are disturbing me.
What do you do to his? Oh, he's got some nice guns. How do you see down the range? It's kind of difficult because your mom's fat ass is always in the way. Uh, 9669 Smith & Wesson. The one from the video is actually the Smith & Wesson Model 29. Secret experiments. Kind of want the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. I don't know why. RG comes in with the huge dono. What the hell, man? You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. That's amazing of you. That is love and loyalty, kids. And that's not the reason I made him the mod. He's been with me since the beginning. Left for a little while, came back. I don't know why I keep calling you RJ37. I skipped the 2 in your name. But thank you, brother. See that? That is love. But I don't ask anybody to do that. Let's see. This week I only put up like 5 shorts because I was kind of not feeling great. Jansen, thank you for the donation at all, brother. Like I said, you guys don't have to do anything. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Damn, when you guys do that stuff, it actually grinds my brain to a halt because I just don't understand why people think I'm worthy, but I'll definitely put it to good use, man. How's the night job going? Who you talking to? Me? Ever since I had the syncope, I haven't been able to work a second job. Edwin, what's up? This guns are illegal. Your English is illegal. I'm from Fubut. Do I have a grease gun? No, I don't. I'd love to get my hands on one, though. German, World War II. No. Half Korean. Cold War. Knew that shit was coming. Hey, guess what? Spamming stupid shit? Get yourself banned. How you doing? So, yeah, in case you're wondering, this is my favorite lube. I don't have any association with their company, Wilson Combat, but I like this stuff. Oh, it makes stuff slick. Hello from Iran. What is going on from Iran? G-Dog, how you doing? What's the star symbol mean? What? Oh, in people's names, they're members of the channel. You are wonderful. Thank you, sir. Gang, do you have a Glock or all dem gun are fake? Holy shit. Grab a fucking dictionary and add a couple words to your vocabulary. We'll see you in 24 hours. Let's see. Delete. Hello, Carter. Stop spamming. Ev the goat. Eve the goat. Ever the goat. Evan Saul the goat. Hello. Captain Blackbird says all those weapons are sus. Well, go to my channel, Captain Blackbird. There's 2,166 videos on the channel, including range videos. If you still think my shit's sus, then I think that you're the imposter because you used the word sus on the internet. Carter, you're 7? Oh, that's too bad. Bye. JPEG Egg, what is going on? For reference, if you are under the age of 13, you cannot be commenting in this live stream. It literally says not made for children. So if you are under the age of 13, shut your mouth. That way you don't get kicked out of here. You like the AK? Holy crap, I did put one up there, didn't I? Mouse, what is up? Mouse Gun. Mouse Gun is his 25. Joe hates kids. Oh, man, I can't stand them. How to gift memberships. If you're on mobile, I think it's under the $sign, and then you can gift them or something. I don't know. One of those nights, huh? I don't know. It just started, Edwin, but apparently it's going to be one of them nights. I really hate this shirt. Look at the guns. I'll be right back. And no, I'm not putting on a bra or a bikini. You motherfuckers are too cheap. Just change into a slightly tighter shirt that doesn't make me look homeless-ish. I have a home. Literally stolen from it. Let's see how this looks. Is that better? No, you cannot see me in the sundress. You mother fathers have to pay a lot of money for that. Slightly better. Apparently, it's my fat that makes me fat. How much dono for you to put on the bikini? Last time I did it, it was $250, but I don't have the fake boobs, so they don't look right. You have any other firearms? Sure do. Someone plays COD. It's Mrs. Mouse's birthday. Mrs. Mouse, I hope you're having a great birthday. Where'd your husband take you for dinner? Hey, bro, are you an arms dealer? Is that a grenade launcher? Yes, to both. I have an FFL and I have a grenade launcher. I also have Gatorade and a flat tip screwdriver. I'm about as guy gets. I'm so manly I cry when I pee red blood thing. There we go. Is this legal? I don't know. What are you doing? Scrolling reels, and I cannot tell if you are far right or far left. Lols. How about this? I'm Joe. How are you? If you're political, keep it to yourself. You have to have a permit for grenade launchers. If it's a 40 millimeter, yes, that's a 37 millimeter. So technically, by full definition, it's not a grenade launcher, even though I do have flashbangs and concussion rounds. It's a signal launcher because the 37 millimeter, if for those of you that don't know, was designed in World War I for signaling from boats. Best home defense. My town sucks. Get a different home in a different town. 1911s are my favorite gun. I'll show you 3 millimeters. You're going to show me your penis twice? I have a Glock. Want to see it? No, because you have a Glock. What have I stumbled across? Well, I'm one of the best motherfathers on the gun side who isn't a dick trying to take your money. English is not working today. I am in this because I want to be a reviewer. I want to check stuff out and give you my honest opinions. I am not somebody who's in this to make a billion dollars. Hopefully, Elon Musk will just hand me a check one of these days. I hate him, but, I'll take his money. What's the gun below the top one? Reference, please. So the top one's an AK. That's a Ramline Syntec, and that's a 37mm grenade launcher. No, to become the most guy a guy can become, you must own a classic Camaro and Mustang rusted in your backyard and say, I'm going to restore it. No. That's Boomer. A guy had a classic Camaro and a Mustang, but they sold it because they got their high school cheerleader prom queen girlfriend pregnant, and they have to go work at the steel mill. New subscriber, Smooth. Thank you, brother. Bro, how about AK-12? Is it good? Well, that's a little bit of a loaded question, pardon the pun, Mr. Lukey, because AK-12 just refers to a 12 gauge in the AK style. There are many companies that make that, even Sega and Tokarev and a bunch of other companies. JTS has made one. So there's been quite a few different companies that make an AK-12. As long as it's a solidly built one, it's fine. You got a switch on a launcher? Yes, safe and fire. You have a 22 rifle, but you're 12. Well, sorry, Ashley, you are under 13, so you can't be commenting on this on the live. Sorry. Boom, 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 boom. Audio is crackling. No, that's you that's crackling. Crackling. See, I'm not crackling. I just heard it. Oh no, AK on the wall. It's gonna end early tonight. Then give me a fucking high five and $100. Stone, what is going on? Did you see the text I put in the group chat about the MK1 that Meta is sending me? You have gun. That's crazy. So you're a gun guy, huh? I'm an enthusiast of many things, Samantha. I am a gun guy, car guy, computer guy. I build custom computers, video game guy. I do a little bit of everything. So the fact is, guns happen to be what I do on YouTube. So I might as well make sure that I represent them when I'm doing a any kind of thing on the interwebs. Goddamn, that's a lot of guns, sir. Not really, Jan. I'm a guy. Yep, your computer's sick. Thank you. This is guy. Multi-dimensional. At least 3. I'm 29. There you go. He's a jack of all trades. Even ing off. That's gross. Do you shoot them on YouTube? So you can't shoot on live, but I do have range videos from a lot of the guns. However, I just made an agreement with Middletown Firearms, who I used to work for a long time ago, and I was using their range. I had a long chat with the Travis, the owner, and I'm going to start using his range again. So you will see me promoting Middletown Training, which is their range side, so that I can get the range 1 day a week. So if I could do a few guns a week, that'll definitely get me a lot of, sorry, I got to get rid of people. That'll get me a lot of videos at the range, which is something I want to do a lot more in 2025. I need to be at the range. Can I eat the PC? It looks very tasty. The motherboard must be very crunchy. Yeah, you got to watch out for the capacitors, though, man. They pack a lot of Sparky. What up, baby girl? Not much, Daddy. How you doing? Can you make me a PC? Mine broke. If you want me to duplicate mine, it'll cost you about $4,000. Did I move to DDR4 or am I still on DDR5? Interestingly enough, I actually went from DDR5 back to DDR4 because my Z790 motherboard, which is DDR5, stopped working correctly. So I went to a Z690 board because I'm running a 12900K, which will work on 690. And I found one on Facebook for a very good price, and it is DDR4. How much is a lot of gun, sir? Triple digits is a lot of gun. Sonny, been a long time. How you doing? Doing good, baby girl. Thank you, Daddy. Okay, I will pay. Ain't never shot no one with those guns. I don't want to never not then been shot no one with them guns. Shooting somebody with a gun is absolutely what somebody who's stupid would say. So have a good night. Can't show you my favorite gun. YouTube does not allow me to touch firearms on a live stream. I'm a cool guy, for real, for real. Thank you, Jan. I'm proud of you, baby cakes. Thank you. I do my best work late at night. Why you got to have 100 guns in the house? Why wouldn't you have 100 guns in the house? You don't have to have anything. I will pay $4,000 for PC. I'm good. What's your favorite gun of all time? So 100 is a lot. New goal acquired. Yeah, well, if I keep getting rid of my guns, you'll hit that 100 really quick. Is it one of those ones on the wall behind you? I like the 1911 platform, so that gun, and that gun are all 1911s, but they're not my personal favorite 1911s. I love the new Gerson on the wall. How's business? Business is starting to get going. I just did a few things, so hopefully I can get knives and stuff going in the store. My buddy's bringing me a bunch of knives to put in the store, so I'm gonna get knives going, so that'll be good. Palette, they are airsoft. You're right, buddy. They shoot 115 grain 9mm airsoft rounds. What do I think of SIG P320s, baby girl? Well, daddy, I don't know. I keep on playing into you. They're fine. I hate the company right now because they are handling their issues badly and poorly. They need to work on that. And it takes 175 chicken nuggets to kill you, which means 174 is a safe amount, or 176 is a goal. Have I seen the double barrel 1911? Yes, the double barrel 1911 is made by Arsenal over in Italy. Used to be called the 2011 until Staccato decided to trademark the name. Opinion on the Coonan 357. When we started doing gun sales in 2019 at Liberty Arms in Harrisonburg, Virginia, but go to my store, Wind City Armory, Winchester, Virginia. But when we started selling the guns down there, Coonan was still in business. They told us if we sold 10 Coonans, we get one free. So I tried my ass off to sell 10 of them, but then they went out of business the next year. I love the revolver on the wall. Does it shoot Colt 45? No, that one is a Taylor's & Company Pieta 1873 single action in 357 Magnum. But the picture for the thumbnail tonight is a Smith & Wesson Model 29, a brand new build that I ordered for a customer. So it comes in a presentation box. I was not expecting that. It didn't say that in the listing, so that was cool. Oh yeah, Joe, I'm going to have to come by now. You got some knives and glad to hear you're doing well. Absolutely, Sonny. Love to have you come by and hang out. Love to see the STI race gun on the range if you still have it. I do still have it. That is probably going to be next week. I have to order ammo for it. It shoots 38 Super. Damn, Lever got booted. Did he get booted or did he just get his message? He's not booted. He just had his message deleted. I love this guy. Hey, numero sept. So you're number 9? Nice. Any antique weapons from the Civil War? No, I don't deal in stuff that old personally. If something came in the door and somebody wanted to sell it to me and I can get it for a fair price, I would. Wasn't Coonan the guy that built that 357 1911? Yeah, that's who we were talking about out of Minnesota, but he went out of business because it was unsustainable the way he was building them. Do I like BM59s? I can't say I've ever messed with them, and you better start sending me some money if you want to keep calling me my bitch name. My bitch name ain't free, man. Just to check, do you have a Glock? Yeah, I have 5 of them. I have Chivar Gustav in my backyard. I don't know what that is. Should I kilometers or have a couple? Should I kilometers or should I have a cup of coffee? I can tell you what you should do. You should probably not be here. So you have a good night, Mr. I think I'm funny. Michael, what's going on, sir? Sorry, I'm not in the gun game. You got a Desert Eagle, and can you show it? I sold my Desert Eagle. If I had it, I would be able to put it up on the wall, but you can't manipulate firearms on YouTube Lives because somebody unfortunately did something bad a long time ago. Canik has surpassed Glock for me. I own both, but Canik for the win. I agree, so what? What do I think about the TP9 Elite SC? It's a little bit of a handful, but that can be a good thing when you're shooting a little bit of a light gun like that. So I do agree it's in the good gun, absolutely. 50 Beowulf, I've shot one, but I'd be scared to come into your house. You shouldn't be. Just be scared when we're both naked. Jiminy is no bitch. Yeah, I am. What upgrades do you recommend for a 9mm Shield Plus with night sights? Honestly, you really don't need to do anything, man. If you got night sights already, you're fine. Miles, stop spamming messages. Wait, Joe, why do you have Glocks? Are you okay? Blink twice. I'm free. As I've always said, if you want to make fun of a product, you have to own that product. I own Apple products, so I can make fun of Apple. I own Glock products, so I can make fun of Glock products. How much money do you make on YouTube? Not as much as people think. I have 180,000 subscribers. Hopefully, by the end of the night, I'll have 180. But the money for a YouTube content creator in the firearm space is much less than any other space on the platform. I think for every 1,000 views I get like $4.50, which is almost nothing. When you compare that to like a makeup review, food review, toy review channel, they get about $12 for every 1,000 views they get, and they get a lot more sponsorship offers. I don't get a lot of sponsorship offers, mainly because I don't personally reach out to a lot of potential sponsors because I'm not trying to. Bunny's gun got stolen. First thing he should do: call the police and report it stolen with the serial number. Glock 18. What about it? Thoughts on the Kimber KDS 9C? I want one, but I don't want to pay retail for it. I'm hoping somebody will bring one in and sell it to me for like $700. Yeah, if you own Apple, you can make fun of Glock. Pretty much. If you own Apple, you can make fun of everybody. I own Nike, so I can make fun of Ford. Do you have a double barrel 12 gauge? No, I do not. I have single barrel. Fair enough, brother, but seriously, have you seen the COW Glock? I want one just for shits and giggles. Oh, yeah, I can still get it. They still manufacture it. Brand new still. Ammo alchemist. Wow. Metal SARs are going cheap. Relatively cheap. I'm thinking about buying the 4.6 inch 45. No, there's two of them, DB. There's the COA, which is the aim point, and then there's the cow, which is literally a cow print Glock. You just picked up a Glock 26? Okay. They gave your channel back again, and now you have an impersonator. That's going to happen. I've run into that a few times. I've had people sending telegrams trying to pretend to be me, telling people they won shit. It's also a reason I don't do giveaways anymore. There's no reason to. So, DB, this is the Glock that he was talking about. Also, don't look here at the cabling. Cable management is not something I give a shit about on my personal PC. What's an estimated monthly average? I don't really like to talk about that. Like I said, I get about $4.50 per 1,000 views. Hello from California. If you go over to Social Blade and plug my name in, it'll give you an estimate. You think the Genesis Arms 12 gauge, the future, or just new wave that will die down? It's okay. I don't know if it's going to like replace a lot of stuff, but it's not bad. What's your thoughts on 30-30? Pretty fun to shoot. I've got a Winchester 1894 and 1939, and I like shooting it. It's got a bit of a kick. It doesn't have any base plate, or it's just a brass base plate on it, or a stock plate. You know that motherfricker was owned by a white mom. No, that's brand new from one of the distributors. Hello from North Korea. I'm Korean and I can't do a Korean accent. Also, I wouldn't expect you to, but just wanted to see you. I can tell you that it's going to take you a lot of work to pass $4,500 a month. I've been doing this for 8 years, and if I've made more than $15,000 a year, I'd be impressed. If you want to make $4,500 and be in like the firearm space, you're probably going to have to pick up a lot of sponsors and be doing like 3 million views a month. Just purchase an HK VP9K 9mm. I'm curious to know your opinion on him. That's a VP9 right there. I like the VP9. VP9 shoot well. I like the paddle release in the magwell or in the trigger guard just because it's very ambi. How expensive is a silencer on a pistol? So suppressors can range anywhere from a couple of $100 to $1,500, and then on top of all that, you have a $200 tax stamp currently. So let's say if you bought one for $200, the minimum you're going to spend is $400, and it just goes up from there. Hello, Tommy. Thinking about picking up a used T-Sauce Night Stalker. Don't buy a used Prodigy. Should I just get a Smith & Wesson FPC or look for a CZ Scorpion with a 7.8 inch barrel? The FPC is fine. The only benefit to the FPC is that it doesn't take special mags. It just takes Smith & Wesson mags. But the Scorpion's going to be a lot better shooter. You broke 5 million views. That's freaking sweet, dude. That's a big goal. Hello, Compot. My local gun shop has a Moog Glock for dirt cheap, but I can't bring myself to purchase a Glock again. Yeah, still not a fan of TSOS. They still won't answer me. You know, I reached out to them again and I said, hey, man, let's get this done. Let's get me one of your guns. Get me it at industry pricing. I'll pay for the gun. They won't even talk to me, man. Yeah, well, the biggest problem you're going to have with being an affiliate, number one, Mr. A, is when you're an affiliate, you're not making money off that company. You're literally, it's like being an Amazon affiliate, which I am. I have an affiliate set up with Amazon, which I don't use anymore because screw them. Although it should be in all my videos. I got to go back and start correcting that. Kentucky Ballistics is making 63 to 73,000 per year on YouTube. He's making a lot more than that, JPEG. Number one, he has a sponsor in every video. Sponsors usually pay between $4,000 and $10,000 per ad spot. Second, he's getting tens of millions of views a month. So he's probably making somewhere closer to $1 million a year, not $70,000. That's stupid. They won't even talk to you. You know what? I'll admit I've probably been part of the problem because I'm not being nice to them anymore. I tried being nice. I was stern like I was with Rock Island. Rock Island handled it correctly. They reached out to me. We had a nice long conversation and we squashed it. We answered. He told me what was going on. I told him my position. He said he understood it. We made up. We made out. And now we're fine. TSOS is sigging it, in my opinion. TSOS is sending me sig signals because they are doubling down that I'm the problem. Overton Windex told me he made 450K. Very possibly. No, I'm the problem. Get out. Fuck you. So mainly sponsors the way to go rather than just spending on YouTube. YouTube should not even be like in your realm of what's paying you because again, unless you're getting 10 to 15 million views a month, it's not going to replace your current day job. I have never, in all the time I've been doing this, tried to make this my income. I made more with RG's donation tonight than I have on the last 2 videos that I put up. So the fact of the matter is, YouTube doesn't pay shite. Bro, do you keep buying guns? Yes, I buy guns when I find a gun that I really have to have. A lot of times I do trades and stuff, but I do keep buying guns. Also, I own a gun store, so which is not down to retarded because you're obviously not the problem. It was the way they were doing shit and you called them out on it. They're too much of a wussy to own up to it. So, and again, but continuing to rip on them is probably why they're refusing to work with me because the guy that I've been emailing with, his name is Jared, Jahred, and he's their social media manager. So he may check these lives from time to time. The 2 videos I put out on their guns where I said in both videos they have problems have gotten 150,000 views. Those videos have more views than anybody else's on the Night Stalker. Especially anybody with under 1 million subs. I think Such has more than I do, but he's got 1.8 million subs, so he should get more views than me. So the fact of the matter is, they felt offended because I put up an honest review. Yes, I was wrong. I accused them of having cast iron frames or cast steel frames. They are forged, but their manufacturing process is not good. You can have bad forgings. Matthew, what's going on? Been looking forward to the stream. Awesome. Jared, yeah. No, I'm not going to throw him that far under the bus. Yep, this is all green screen. I'm actually in space, everything. Sorry. You love your Kimber? I reached out to Kimber. I'm trying to get them to talk to me. What's your perspective on the PSA dagger? The gun itself is fine. I can't say Gen 3 Glock clone correctly. Every time I try to say that line, it comes out glown. It's a Gen 3 clone, so it should work just fine because all their parts are interchangeable. The biggest problem that PSA has is that they are poor, I almost said poverty state, poor quality control for their firearms. They need to up their quality control budget so that they can have better guns. Green screens. You used to be able to make money really easily on YouTube. Yes, and then we suffered from something called the adpocalypse, where Walmart, Pepsi, Coke, all the major manufacturers pulled their advertising dollars away from YouTube because YouTube was an unmitigated hellhole landscape of assholes where everything was monetized because YouTube was just trying to put as many ads on as many videos as possible. So the advertisers pulled back. So instead of just limiting the partner program to those of us that meet better requirements, they decided to keep the monetization, but then make it harder to advertise because their algorithm and their people of not correct background who check your videos have taken over. If I was going to buy a competition gun in the 2.5K range, would you go with the DWX, a top spec platypus, or something else? Number one, a DWX, because of its linear trigger, is actually eliminated from a lot of different competitions in steel match. So I wouldn't even call that a competition gun. Platypus, same problem. It's 1911 with the linear trigger. There's certain categories that it falls within. I would actually go with a CZ Shadow 2 or a tactical sport. Do you think the Springfield Prodigy is worth the money? At about $1,100, yes. At $1,500, no. At $1,100, it's trading blows with guns like the Gerson Match X, which I think at about $1,100 is probably about the same quality. Has fewer MIM parts in it. Then you got, yes, if you want to look at the Mac, which is SDS, which is TSOS, some of their stuff is worthy as well, but not everything, I would say. PewDiePie was the reason Adpocalypse happened in 2016. He wasn't the only reason, but he was a big part of it because he was a very well-known content creator. But YouTube was always careening off that cliff because PewDiePie, the Pauls, for those of you that don't know, Vine was killed at the end of 2015 going into 2016. So going into 2016, a shit ton of Vine creators, myself included, started making stuff on YouTube. And they brought their Vine humor to YouTube, which is like 12-year-olds sticking their fingers up the butt of goats. And it was very poorly received. So all the advertisers said, screw you. When did I start YouTube? 10 years ago. What 10 millimeter do you recommend for home defense? If you just want a home defense pistol in 10 millimeter, you can go with the Ruger GP100 in 10 millimeter with the revolver. Very easy to use. You just pull and pull. You can go with the Glock 20, which is the 10 millimeter. You can go with the Smith & Wesson 10 millimeter. Those are all very reliable, and a 1911 in 10 millimeter. Did I ever buy from a Walmart? I used to buy audio. That is your shit that's breaking up, DB, not mine. Hello? Hello? Am I breaking up? Am I breaking up? Nope. Gerson X versus the SIG DH3. Now, here's a funny thing. I don't even think the DH3 is that good of a gun. I think the X5 Legion 320 is better than the DH3. I think it has a better trigger and it's a smoother slide. The DH3, which is named after that competition shooter, is not that good in my opinion. Do I have the Life Card 22? I did. No, I don't believe you. I can't hear it. My audio is perfect. No. I'm not going to listen to you unless you give me a donation if you're telling me my shit's breaking up. Please show us all your revolvers. Nope. One time I shot a 12 gauge with 3-inch rounds. Then I fell on my ass. That'll do it to you. God damn it. Stop helping out DB. DB deserves some hell from time and again. If it's breaking up, then it's made to break up. And I'm breaking up with you. So you'll be fine. All right. This isn't like high school drama club. If it's doing it, it's doing it. Just, we're good. Why does FN have weak polymer frames? Seems they were never addressed. No, I've been saying that for years. Kentucky Ballistics actually liked my comment when I thanked them for that. I don't know why. They wanted to cheap out on their manufacturing, get them done a little bit cheaper or faster, and they just... shit. Hello from the Chechen Republic. Hello. Do you know what the Colt Walker revolver is? No, I don't. What is it? Do you use Cajun Gunworks? I've owned a few Cajun Gunworks stuff. I don't like send anything out to have it done on purpose. What do you think about the CZ Shadow 2 Compact? Would you conceal carry one? I heard it has no firing pin safety. Wasn't aware it didn't, but if it doesn't, I would still carry one. I'm not afraid of it. I carry 1911s that are Series 70 with no drop safety. Here's an idea. Don't drop your fucking gun. You have a cannon? No, that's a 37mm launcher. Any opinion on Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0? Yeah, it feels good in the hand. I haven't shot one yet, but I did check one out, and it seemed to work pretty good. Potato! Can I buy a gun online? Sure, but it has to be sent to your local FFLs. You can go to Wind City Armory, which is the name of my online FFL, and purchase a firearm, and I would happily send it anywhere in the country that allows you to get your FFL receivers. I just recently bought a Ruger American Gen 2 and 450 for hunting season this year. Opinion on Ruger bolt actions. I know you're not a rifle guy. Number one, the American Gen 2s have pretty solid reputations. When I was selling them when they first came out down at Liberty, we sold every single one as soon as they walked in the door. People really seem to like them. And the Ruger bolt actions seem to run fine. I've never personally had an issue with them. Their triggers are fine. I think my wife is gluing my firearm. She denies it, but I'm sticking to my guns. Ha! Do you have a long mag? Like long duck? Oh, you talking about for the AK? Yes. That AK is one of the guns that's for sale in my store, so it sits in a case, and the short mag allows it to sit in the case. In fact, that gun actually comes with 600 rounds, 20 mags, a bayonet, and an original bag. Hey, dude, how you doing?
I'm doing good, friend. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Mountain Man, how's your vacation, man? Short mag, short bus. I lick the ejection port before I shoot it. Yeah, I was talking to Stone and McManus before the live stream. I'm like, damn it, now I got to find another Glock, just like a throwaway Glock, because I'm not using any of my Glocks for this new meta thing that's coming. What's your store called? Wind City Armory. This guy's going to have fun with ice. Oh no! With an internal combustion engine? Huh! Why would I be working on an internal combustion engine, my friend? Or in-car entertainment? Are you speaking of in-car entertainment? Such as a DVD player? Maybe one of those rear seat entertainment systems. Yes. Love me a good dong. Got a reverse Romanian dog paratrooper. Nice. Oh, Minnesota, eh? How much gun do you have? About 400 pounds. It's actually light. Way light. More than 400 pounds. They weigh over 400 pounds. That's all I can tell you. Do you have a DWX? Not anymore. I sold my DWX. I had one of the first ones to come out. My serial number was 00220222. Amazing serial number, but it was an optics cut. So I sold it, and then I bought it back, and then I sold it to a buddy of mine. I have a really good friend that wanted one, so. And I was hoping that the optics cuts would be more available. They're not, and I refuse to pay retail for guns. What's the top guy? That's usually the not bitch. The owner, the master. What's the signal launcher? Is a signal launcher for sale? No, that was actually sent to me by Exotic Ammo, and I need to take it out and shoot it. However, my buddy's range, he really doesn't want me firing flashbangs and concussion grenades off on his property. I told him I'd fire them into the lake to see what happens, but I'm going to have to wait till I go out to Moorfield where we can fire 50 BMG. Can you show airsoft guns love? I like airsoft guns. Airsoft guns are an excellent training tool, but they're also a way to collect firearms that are identical to their real-life counterpart in many instances, like all the Umarex Glocks. They're field strippable. I even have a shorts video where I convinced people that I had a hammer-fired Glock. The word you're looking for is dumb, Joe. Sorry, I'm a sub, so it's hard for me to know. Nighthawk Custom or Dan Wesson? Oh, I'll go Nighthawk Custom. If money's not the issue, Matthew, I'm going Nighthawk Custom. I've already had Dan Wesson stuff. I need to piss and get food, so I'll be back. Just make sure that both of those things are not happening in the same room. This is not Korea. I'm Korean, so I can make fun of it. See how it doesn't make sense to all you people that make fun of your own race? I'm Korean, so I can make fun of Asian people. Fuck that. I make fun of everybody. Also, I shouldn't be cussing. I'm sure my buddy's little kid is awake and listening because I have a melodic voice. How you doing? I'm fine. I don't need any of you. Cheap but reliable shotgun. Maverick 88 or the Security Stevens 320. Sick Daiga. Not even trying to get me to say a racial slur, you motherfucker. Stop making me cuss, DB. Every time you type, I want to yell at you. The Maverick 88 is a cheap Mossberg 500. It's got the same action. Everything's basically the same. They're just made with slightly less expensive material. It's like the difference between a Walmart Vortex scope and a real Vortex scope. Me balls. Your balls? What about your balls? I am itchy today, and I don't know why. This shirt must have been in a hooker. I mean, hookah. I like the Mossberg Shockwave, but never own one. They're interesting because they are a bird's head grip. You do have to get a good hold on there. You can put a brace on them, but the SBA brace kit for them, because they got discontinued during the brace ban, they're a little expensive if you can find one. Equal opportunist. Yeah, I hate everybody equally, man. Your balls are itchy. Nah, they're a little sticky, but have you shot the Beretta shotgun? I've shot the A300. I have not shot the 1301, but I can't imagine they're that much different. And I have the 930 tactical. You think 10 millimeter needs to have a steel frame? There was multiple polymer Glocks, FNs exploding. Also, the Smith & Wesson M&P recoil spring worn out too quickly. 10 millimeter was designed to be used in steel frame guns, and because that's why the 40 came around, because 10 was beating up some of the polymer shiz. Also, a lot of people were too girly to handle full power 10 millimeters. So the pink gun is so cute. It's technically rose gold, according to Glock. But yes, that's so cute. My Dommy daddy would love it. Hello, Van Scott. When it comes to 22 LR pistols, do you have an opinion on the Taurus TX22? Yes, hands down. On the market, as of today, it is the best, and I'll fight any one of you, especially you, big... Hi. The TX22 is the best current semi-auto 22 long rifle, followed by the SIG P322 and then the Walther P22. I have T-Sauce 10 millimeter. I love it. Yeah, just be careful with that. Someday your slide rails are going to snap off the frame. I'm out of here. You'll be all right, Am. Hands up! I like your Shadow 2. It only looks like a Shadow 2 because of the blue grips. It's actually the Tanfolio Witness 9mm. FBI in particular was too poozies for 10mm. Yep. Got an opinion on the Rock Island M200. It's a roughly $200 38 special revolver. Works fine. However, I do believe that the... Hey, McManus, what's up? I do believe that the grip is too small for me. SIG P322 is better. Stop the cap. No, it's not. It's very close, but I still think the TX22 is less picky with ammo. Oh no, Mamanus is here. P322, you can call it the superior one. My audio isn't crackling. Okay. Damn, King. Nice dong. Wait, I'm wearing pants. How'd you see it? Oh, you're talking about the gun behind me? There are no guns behind me, YouTube. I'm staying on until I get to 180,000 subs. We're at 179,959. I need 41 more people to hit the subscribe button. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you for hand jobs. I'm not asking you to make out with me like we're teenage girls. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Also, it helps the YouTube algorithms. Man, I really need back into the weapons again. You should, Scott. Would you put your trust in a Taurus GX for EDC? Yeah, I've carried a G3 before. Sure you are. Yep. No, I am not doing a 24-hour stream. If I'm doing a 24-hour stream, I also want $5,000. I heard Sky is crap. Is that true? It's not crap if you buy it for what it is. Think of it like High Point. Actually, High Point's better than Sky. Skies have a 11-pound double action revolver style trigger, unless you get the DVG, and those are actually not too bad. But they're basically ripoffs of the Caltech PF11. So they went and copied a gun that wasn't that great to begin with, and then they did it cheaper. Will the Glock 18 work with the Meta MX1? 100% it will. Trade you a sub for a gun. Submarine. Is SIG P320 better than Glock? Yes. The company? No. What's your favorite gun on the wall? Favorite gun on the wall tonight is my Para-Ordnance 1345 double stack 1911. Followed closely by my Gersons. You just said you stand on until 180. What if it takes 24 hours? If it takes till 24 hours, I'm going to become Darkside Phil and fucking e-beg for subscriptions because I'm a little bitch. That seems steep for a 24-hour stream considering the last one went like 12 hours. Number one, the last one went 18 hours, and it only ended because I'm a douche nozzle and I agreed to extend the live stream for almost no money. If you guys want to pay me enough money, I will buy 3 new games and play them on live stream. You won't be watching it because I'm not going to OBS it, but you know. What I think of the new Canik Meta Prime. It's an interesting gun with those side kind of angled front ports, but until I put my hands on one, I won't have a full opinion. What about you just sub and don't ask my man for a gun because he deserves it? Well, if I have a 24-hour stream, I'll be there. I tried to do it. I went 16 hours, and then I slept for a few hours, and then I came back, and I made it another 4 hours. I think I made 22 hours on that stream. Lamau, you know DSP? I know of DSP. I would never associate with him.
Yeah, so I'm not going to play this game unless we get to 50 subs. I'm not going to play this game, guys. If you guys really were really backing me, you'd give me 50 subs before I play this game. So I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to sit here, and if your donation is less than $5, I'm not going to read it out. So don't even bother typing anything, guys. If you're not going to donate at least $5, I'm not going to read your donation, and I'm not even going to acknowledge you did one because you're poor and you need to work harder. You don't deserve to be on my live stream unless you're giving me at least $10 a piece. And at $10, you can put the word hi or beat me daddy. But other than that, I don't want you doing anything, and I'm not playing a game till we get to 100 subs. I know I said 50, but damn it, you're all poor. That's Darkside Phil. What is your choice firearm for home defense? 930 tactical shotgun. Pretty sure it was like 8 hours nap, 3 hours bed. No. I went 14 hours and then I took a nap. My favorite, go back and watch it, McManus. My favorite is when he hits his goal, which is eating a meal in front of you. Oh, yeah. And then he was like, oh, if we hit $1,000 goal, I'm going to have a good announcement for you. And then he picked up a cat. Like, oh, I have a cat. You guys suck. I hate you both. That's it, McManus. Stone gets all my guns. Happy Monday. The 20 subs, 1 snorted drink mix. Nope. I'm back. I had some leftover garlic bread from dinner. Sweet. Do you like your garlic bread cold, or do you reheat it in a pan to try to crisp it up? Are you Crispin Glover? Shh, you can't use his name because if you use his name without paying him, he'll sue you. I know the DSP Lord. Wish I didn't. It's kind of a bit of a guilty pleasure. I watched June the King, Internet Anarchist, and Turkey Tom because they do like multi-hour docuseries on these guys, and it's freaking crazy that they've been on the internet as long as they have, and they just suck. Am I the only one that thinks Demo Lance just likes to brag? That's why he left. He's done with YouTube. It's not that he liked to brag. It's that his videos were all getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and he was forced to, basically. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. He has to take the stuffed hard body then, which is going to be awkward in his game room. Hey, there's Pokemons and stuff in there. I'll probably lose the erection if I'm dead. If you put lasagna on the garlic bread, it's a meal. Then it's a sandwich. And of course you show up for that. Lol. You get all the guys. Yeah. I'll hang my headset on it. Hope it's just a loose set.
Just saying. Korean. So you... It's only awkward if we let it be awkward. Mac, DS9. No! I would go with Gerson or the Prodigy. Don't listen to DB. Somehow he got infiltrated by TSOS and SDS. What's the brown pistol on the bottom? Thank you for noticing it's brown. That is an HK VP9. I met him years ago, did a little business and hung out. He's just a normal ass dude. Yeah, from the videos I've seen of him, he seems like he's pretty laid back. I think he's like me. Drunk Mouse will tell you, I was cracking some jokes and stuff, but I was pretty laid back when we met. Yeah, your Bantam is sure proof that TSOS makes a superior guns. How much did you waste on that gun? Which, hey, at least I was smart enough to sell my failure TSOS gun to Stone. What's your thoughts on the Sky 9mm? DVG 1, I'd say go for it. CXPs, pass. I'm not the problem. TSOS is cool with me. Lol. TSOS shill. You sold your account to Jared, I know it. No problem, it looks nice. People must say it's orange or gold. No, everybody thinks it's just black. $300. It's a $1,100 fail gun. Dude looks stoned. I feel stupid too, brother. The TSOS looks nice. What are the problems with it? The forging is not good, at least on the ones that I had. And the slide rails were friction welded to the gun, which means you fire too many high power load, you can actually snap your rails off, which means at some point your gun can have parts going ping. What'd you think about the SAR-9 SOCOM? Interesting look. I can't say that I put my hands on one yet, but it's definitely an interesting looking gun, RG. For some dumb reason, I want an MP5 clone. I bet on the PTR-9K. I like the PTR-9. I think the PTR-9 is a superior gun. It will take all the HK parts in it, including the full auto trigger group, which you can buy for $100 as long as you don't put them together. Rock Island 1911s. I like them. They sent you a sheet ones. That's the thing, DB. I bought that Night Stalker with my own money because I wanted one. I paid $1,000 for that fucking gun, and it winds up having terrible build quality. I'm having both of those sandblasted after I go to the range tomorrow, those Gersons, which means I'm going to take them down to bare metal, and we'll be able to see what's going on with those because they're being blued. What's the thing next to the grenade launcher? You got to be more specific because there's 5 guns around the grenade launcher. Help me out, brother. 700 too much. What are your thoughts on an SKS? They're fine. 1911 from SIG. They are decent. I don't like external extractors. True, going to get an AR parts compatible lower for the MP5K and already got a super safety on the way. Nice. Where'd you get the full auto fire control from HK's? HKparts.com, dude. Just go to HKparts.com. They were like $200 or something on it. You spent $700 on that same gun, Joe. I know. I gave you a deal on it. I spent $950 on the gun, $160 on the stippling, and $80 on the trigger, and I gave it to you for $700. You got your Night Stalker for $450. You also have a single stack steel frame. Shut up. No kidding. What's your opinion on powder coating guns? Powder coating is questionable because depending on how much you put on there, it can be a little thick. I would rather do like PVD, which is something vapor deposition, particulate vapor, whatever deposition, or like I'm doing, I'm having the steel frame and the slides all done in hot bluing through Taylor's and Company, and I have to do Aluma Black on the aluminum frame. Gift membership star for DB. I will do something. I'll get him one. PVD peels over time. That's why I'm doing hot bluing. I don't know if I can gift directly to somebody. Let me see. Well, let's gift some out and see if he gets one. So, let's see. Juan, Skillet, Watery Events, Antonio Weasels, and Hugo all got free memberships. I can do it again, so let's do it one more time. I get 10 a month that I get to give away. Let's see. Simba, Oyster, Koister, Sherwin. Hey, Sunatics. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Barbecue, Stonehaven gifted 5. Blake, Michael, Black Panda was gifted 1. Midmost Smark. I think it's just pulling randomly from my freaking my subscribers list. You never get anything. Didn't I give you something, DB? Oh yeah, I promised you the Scorpion light. It's still hanging in my gun room. Thanks for giving out memberships. Yeah, dude, I keep forgetting I have them to give out. I get 10 a month that I can give out, so. Even the machine gun hates you. What's your favorite 1911 that's reasonable? Springfield Operator, and Fusion Firearms, and Bull Armory. Those are my 3, like, reasonable ones. Those are around $1,000. Just going random live streams, reminding folks that Jesus Christ loves you, wants you to have a personal relationship with you so that you may be able to spend eternity with him in heaven. Thank you. And if that's the only time you put it, I'm not going to remove it. So don't spam it and you're cool. I could use a red dot for my G3 Tactical. No, because you keep saying T-Sauces are good guns. I have any experience with Chris Vectors. I want to get one, but online everyone's saying that after 250, it's Jam City. You got to maintain them a little bit better than a regular, like, rear bolt action kind of, ARs, AKs, stuff like that. Because of the way they go, whoops, too late. What? Which one? Who gifted me the membership? Not sure. One of us did, though. Congratulations, brother. Kitty. Hell, like Joan if you're tossing out lights. Ha! I know she don't have any army weapons like me. Define army weapons, because I have AR-15s, M4s, 1911s, Beretta 92s. So when you say military weapons, army weapons, are those real guns? Do you have a Glock 19? Shit, he hit 2 spots in one go. Hope you got your bingo boards out. YouTube live preachers, yeah. What's a good shotgun? Mossberg 500, 590, Remington 870, Beretta A300, 1301, Benelli M4, Mossberg 930, 940s, M1 Garand. Okay. Had Garand, had an M1 carbine as well. Just get rid of them. I have army weapons from like 6 countries. I'd like another Set Me 308. Oh, we had a bunch of those down at Middletown. He probably meant army weapons of mass destruction like nukes. Oh, I have tactical nukes in Fallout. Does that count? DB just put up the name of my FFL. So if you are looking for stuff, I do have a firearms company called Wind City Armory. You can go to windcityarmory.com and see what I have currently in my used. I am bringing in a bunch of knives, which will be going up there, and I'm going to be picking up a couple of orders of new stuff. Am I interested in World War II eras? I appreciate them, but I don't really mess with them too much. I have no opinion for gift messages and donations. Doesn't show. No option. If you're on mobile, I don't know how to get to it because it's under the dollar sign on desktop. You got one of them from Middletown a few years ago. Who knows? It might have been the one that I was thinking about. I was there back in 2022 to 2023. I have turrets on my house, bro. This is nothing. Yeah, but you also have Nerf guns in those turrets, so... Wind City Armory. Yes, that's the name of my FFL. The green and black ones with the $4 mags. Yeah, I think that was it. DB, fucking deal with it. I can't do anything about it. Thoughts on TriStar? TriStar is Turkish. They're fine. They used to be brought in by Century Arms. I don't know if they still are. Sorry, DB. You can keep telling me it's crackling. There's nothing I can do about it. It's literally my phone. The internet connection, the weather, something else could be affecting it. I wish I could do something about it, dude. I'm not running through one. Just letting you know. Don't let me know. I don't want anybody else to know either. I want everybody to think that you're crazy. Hey, everybody, whenever DB says the sound is crackling, automatically respond with, no. DD Mark 18 is so sick, I should do a build video on it. You couldn't do anything else to it. I want a rating. No, the Mark 18 is just out of the box ready to go because it pisses you off. Yeah. Fuck. Wrong finger. And then I cussed. Nope. See? You might be a mod, but I've got the entire audience behind me, motherfather. All right, so it's been an hour, and I have to say, please, if you are new to the video, you're just cruising around, you're having some fun, have some fun, be civil. We talk about all kinds of stuff here. Cars, video games, guns, why you shouldn't microwave mayonnaise after it's been out for a week, and all that shit. Also, hit the like button. Google likes likes. They like interaction. They like comments. They like when you hit the little heart button. They want to see interaction on my channel. Then it will allow me to organically grow. I've had 2 companies reach out to me because you guys are doing that. You're hitting the like button. You're hitting the subscribe button. You're helping me grow the channel, and I really appreciate that. I don't want your money. I'm not asking you for cash. You want to give me cash, I'll take cash. I take cash just like any other hooker does, but I'm not out here selling my ass for it. So those of you that donate, thank you, but what I'm really looking for is just likes and stuff. DB, why did you do that? Mountain Man is fine. He was making fun of other people, guy. Mountain Man is fine. He is not hidden. What's the name of your FFL? Can you pin it? No, because if I put it in the description, YouTube will think that I'm trying to sell you the guns directly through the live. It's simply Win City Armory. Win, W-I-N, City Armory. It's your first customization you will do to the Gerson. First customization I'm doing to the Gersons is I'm actually stripping them down completely and hot bluing them so that they look like old Colts. What about a little bit of skin? Oh, I've done that. I've worn a bikini, fake boobs, a maid's outfit, a tight shirt that showed off nipples. I'll do whatever, man. But you got to pay for it. I unhit him too. Yeah, Mountain Man's cool, DB. He was just making fun of everybody else. Who makes a holster for the Brat with a light? No idea yet, dude. Go to Amazon. I'm sure somebody does. All good. Skimming comments. Yours, Pop. No worries. I figured you were just trying to get it because it looked like he was doing like the facetious stuff. But does Taylor & Co. do engravings too? I'm not sure about that. I can ask them. But they are literally 3 blocks away from me, so I can drop it off and they'll have it done in a week. Do I have OnlyFans? I should start an OnlyFans just so people can see my penis and stop asking me. If I told you the number of randos that ask to see my junk, it'd be crazy. Here's for you, Gogol. Joe is a great, knowledgeable, and funny dude. Thank you, Edwin. You're such a nice guy. Just stop scrolling and heard I'll do just about as anything as long as you pay for it. Dude, I have gassed up. I'm not kidding. I've worn fake boobs on live stream, tight shirts, bikini. Zaxxon sent me really cheap-ass boobs, so they tore. Where are you based out of? Winchester, Virginia. The Taylor, new or used? Unfired, but used. It's my buddies. A flex two of us should get a free membership. I'd love to give them out. I don't know how to give away memberships. I wish I could. It's insanely small for his overall size. Stone and I received unsolicited pictures of it already. Talking about the slit or the penis? I'll text you a D-pic now. Yeah, well, that's why it's on Do Not Disturb. You're freaky to do all that. No, I'm just not inhibited, man. It's life. It's the internet. If I do stupid shit, people are going to find out anyways. So you might as well pay me to do it. If you pull out your junk, I'll pay you to put it away. Tell you what, pay me now and I just won't take it out. Oh, Pequan. That's right down the road. Unfired but used. It's been in somebody's name. It's been taken away from its original destination, DB. It's kind of like a car. If you buy the car, even if I put it on a tow truck and take it to your house so it doesn't even get a mile on it, it's still a used car once the paperwork is done. Unfortunately, that's just the way guns work, just like cars. As soon as the paperwork is done and transferred, it becomes a used gun. It's really stupid. Dick pic when? A long time. Membership to your OnlyFans. Oh, no, I'm not giving away free memberships to my OnlyFans. I'm going to find some freaky girl and do really weird stuff if I'm going to do an OnlyFans. Like, whose arm is that? I don't know, but it's all the way in there. Virginia's gun laws are pretty good, but not the best. Yeah, well, when they got rid of private sales and then you can't do online classes for your CCW, I already have mine, so that doesn't matter. And then the private sales was a big loss for us, as well as red flag laws. I have a W on each butt cheek. When I bend over, it says, wow. When you fart, it's like somebody's yelling it. Wow! That's not a girl. It is from here up. I've proven that. I want a gun with fangs. Okay. You see me, Buckmeyer Federal Man holster. Had to restitch it, but fits my TARS. I did not see that. Send it on. How much does a license cost? The license itself is only a few $100 every couple of years. Your butthole is so loose it looks like an O, pretty much. But the license itself is only a couple of $100. But the ATF is cracking down on the number of private FFLs they're giving out, the home FFLs, just because the vast majority of problems with gun sales are coming out of private FFLs who don't keep good records, who don't keep their shit organized, who are not doing full background checks. They're selling, they don't want to do the paperwork, so they sell it as a private sale. And stuff is missing. So they're kind of cracking down on that. Are they priced like used? Depends. Some guns hold their value even if they're used. Some guns will drop immediately. So if somebody brought me a Glock that had been fired and I was selling it as a fired Glock, I'd probably take $50 off it even though it was brand new. You wouldn't survive a Vietnam draft in 2025. No shit, I'm 45 and disabled. But hey, you go ahead and you do you, son. When you're over there, why do you think that's a thing? He hung out with Marines, DBs. He looked at a lot of buttholes. Don, what's up? Have I handled any CZ85s? Yes, I have. At the gun show just recently, I played with one. You're the one bragging about how large yours is, man. Do you shoot any competitions? No, I want to, but starting the gun store took all my time. I'm going to try to do some this year. I'm half crippled, so I'd not survive. You wouldn't even go. You dirty freaks. Have you sold that ARP you had like 2 weeks ago? Yes, no more ARPs currently. Here's the thing. I'm not in the business to have the world's biggest, not my gun collection. So, yeah, I sell my shit fast. If you're in the market for something and you see it, you need to pull the proverbial trigger. Don't wait. Guns don't stay around forever, especially cheap ones that are like that. Are you selling online as well? Is that a thing in the U.S.? You can view my inventory online, but I can only ship to another FFL. You cannot ship outside the United States. You pinged me with it on Discord. I don't go to Discord much, but I'll check it out afterwards. That's the way to do for sure. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm always hustling, and it was something I picked up for a very reasonable price. I think I sold it for a reasonable price, so they had to go. I can always get something for you, though, Cameron. Except the Luger, it's been around forever. Well, that's technically my gun. If I ever get a mag for it, I'm just going to take it down and keep it. Plus, if I ever find the fucking box. I have the original box with the broken mag around here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I think I fed it to a homeless guy. Actually not. Market is soft. DB is right. The market is a little bit off. If you're selling cheap guns, it's okay. And if you market them right, you can sell them okay. Coolest gun I've shot, probably a Barrett M82A1. Nah, man, you're good. You're good, man. I want a 308 AR-10 that I can hunt with. Nice. Luger mags, I'll keep my eyes. No. They're not Lugers. It's for that idiot gun up top, the Ramline Syntec. It's a polymer-based 22 that kind of looks like a Ruger. The magazines are like $100 a piece, and I'm selling the gun for $75, so it doesn't make sense to put $100 into a gun I'm selling cheap. 2A laws should be across the country, not by state, when you want CCW or just carry. Yeah, but the problem with that, Edwin, is that you give control of firearm laws totally over to the U.S. government, and we've seen how well that goes. So the minute the U.S. government can take full 50-state federal control of both purchasing and ownership and control laws, they will turn into Canada and England and try to eliminate them. What's the small gun? That is the ROM RG-17 38 Special. I'll keep my eyes open. I dig through real-world shit. Rear shit. Okay. Is it a Derringer? Yes. Any opinion on Norinco Mac 90s? No, I didn't spend a lot of time with any, so I can't give you one. I've got a Maverick Hunter over under. I'm trying to figure out about selling. I'm going to put that money towards a DP12. I agree with RG. I don't need to buy any more of your guns. Shut up. You know something's going to come along that you need. That is true. Didn't think about that. Well, do you have any suggestions on concealed carry holster? I don't use like appendix, so I don't carry appendix, so I don't have anything for like that. I would honestly say, just because that's not what I normally do, I just carry it to 4 o'clock, or I actually carry in my pocket a 1911 5-inch. So go on Amazon, go on Google, go on YouTube, watch reviews. What's that small pistol run? It's in 38 special. I think it runs like $150 or something like that. Oh, I can tell you prices and stuff. I just can't offer it for sale. 37 and never shot a gun. I was 37 the first time I shot a gun, Kevs. Just get your ass out there and start shooting. If I had a sign or if I put it in the description or if one of you fools were to type it out, then it could be a problem. But if I'm just talking and I'm not pointing or holding it, that's just me talking about prices. So, oh, gross. I was given a 1873 Marlin standard 22 revolver and a Model 1 Smith & Wesson. Cool. What's up? I'm pumped. I just picked up my new 3.5-inch Romulus with the threaded barrel comp. I'm going to recut the front end to look more like the Pit Viper and have everything DLC coded. Nice. Let me know how you like that, because I've been thinking about getting one of the Alpha Foxtrots. Love it. Keep it up. Thank you, PNW. Compensators or barrel porting? Barrel porting eliminates the need to compensate for the compensator, if that makes sense. Compensators add weight and unsprung weight to the gun, so sometimes that can affect the cycling, whereas the porting is you're actually lightening up the gun, so a stronger spring actually makes the gun faster. Also, a lot of compensators, unless it's like the Staccato XE or the Gerson Match X, they're threaded on, so they're not available in a lot of states. Is a 38 Detective a good pocket carry? Sure. As long as you run them. What would be the value on them? They have some rust, but they work. I'm not an appraiser, and I don't give prices, and I don't give values on live stream. Sorry, my guy. How many guns can you conceal carry one at one time? 6 or 7. I had 6 on me one time in the store just to piss people off. How you fit a whole detective in your pocket? He was a private dick, so I just kept him in my privates. What's the best price to find an M1 Garand? Again, I am not a value guy. I'm not. That's not what my channel is about, and that's not what I want to become. So, guys like historical firearms and guys like that are the guys that you want to talk to. I'm not the guy for that. Have you looked up the H-Car by Idaho Ordnance? It's the BAR, but updated. I have not. It's a long gun, and I have no interest. Air Max, what's going on? Greetings from Argentina. Hello, Victor. Victor, how is Argentina today? I am thinking this is what Argentina sounds like. Is that a racist? No, I sound Italianos. So Ohio Ordnance, I'm pretty sure they're fine. Yeah, that's true. You only keep one. I don't play that game, Code Wavy, baby. Sorry. Nah, M1s are going to be more than that, unless it's really shit. What's your favorite rifle? My Winchester 1894 and 30-30. I don't think that's the Argentinian accent. It is right now. It's like when I do a bad pirate. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog. I'm here to answer your questions. You have a gun? Ah! Hello. What's your thoughts on Reese rifles? Thinking about building one. What's a Reese rifle? What is a Reese rifle? Miss Piggy couldn't come along. She's a little tired. She had a frog in her throat. Ha. Rec E. What is a Rec E? Help me out! Do I have to Google something because you guys just keep on saying the name? That's like when somebody doesn't speak English, so you say it louder and slower. Recce! It's a Recce rifle. Okay, what is it? Recce! Yes, but what is it? Rec-E! I see a Trek 22. Is that it? All right, what makes it a recce? Reconnaissance rifle. Why can't you just type reconnaissance rifle? I'm not a long gun. I don't know that shit. Is a rifle designed for medium to long range shooting while still being capable of engaging long close range targets. Often compares by compact size and lightweight build, but typically equipped with a low power variable optic. I don't shoot with an LVPO, so I'm out. Paul, what's up? Looking forward to the weekend, and it's only Monday. Rec E. Not a single one of you decided to type in reconnaissance because not a one of you can spell it. No, that's brekkie for breakfast. What do you think of the Rock Island M206 for carry? I just bought one. It seems fine for $250. Oh yeah, their little 38s are fine. I don't have any problem with them. They're cheap. They're, if you get 4,000 rounds out of one over its entire lifespan, it's more than paid for itself. Hell, if you get 1,000 rounds, didn't even know what they were talking about. Neither did I. And it's just 10 people saying recce, 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 recce. Dude, when I typed in recce, it actually came up with Wreck-It Ralph. So, where's SFR when you need him? He's probably having a stroke because 14 people typed recce instead of reconnaissance when I didn't understand what recce meant. That's why all your children stick their fingers in light sockets. Ow, what? Ow, what? Ow, what? Ow, what? Have I shot with the E-Flex? I have not. It's not actually made by EOTech, so, I mean, it's just a cash grab with their name on it. I literally told you what it was in the chat before you looked it up. No, you were typing it while I was looking it up. That shit doesn't count. This guy is great. Thanks, Kev. I stuck a key in a light socket once. So we blew out the power in my high school. We took a metal ruler and we bent the ends so that it could fit into the light socket with a 200 amp fuse in the middle of it and stuck it in the light socket and walked away, and it blew the power in the entire building. It's a Delta Point ripoff with EOTech written on it. There we go. Have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege? I used to play it on PS5 until it turns out my friends were a bunch of racist a-holes who thought they were going to make YouTube videos, so they decided dropping the gamer word was fun. So I got tired of them. Also, after about 2 hours, they got tired of me accidentally team killing when the game loaded. Are they actually good Mac 10 or 11s? Yeah, but they're expensive for good ones. Nobody thought of the children. What about children? Children don't deserve anything. So yeah, that will blow the entire electrical circuit in a building, especially when you put it into a 220 volt shop outlet. Do you have any red dots in the shop? I can order whatever you're looking for and send it right to your house. I know you did car sales for a while. I want to trade in my vehicle, and the dealership suggested I default on my current car loan and get a new car with them saying my score wouldn't change. That's all a lie, Josh. If you stop paying for your car loan, unless you bought it at a buy here, pay here that does not report, then you are going to take a massive loss on your credit. Defaulting on a loan does not get you out of the loan. You will still owe for the loan, and you've given up the car, and your credit is shit. Have you ever been to B5 Systems? I have not, but I do like their stuff. We piled up desks to a water sprinkler and tried to set off with a lighter. That didn't work. Hot. You actually killed your teammates? Oh, yeah. I kept putting down a charge when you're in your first area, and I kept setting it off instead of picking it up so it would blow up while we were just getting ready to go. So I team killed like a bunch of times. Oh, also in Helldivers 2, McManus and Stonehaven and I play that. Yeah, they walk in front of my bullets all the time. Hey, Panda, you got a free membership. Bass, how you doing today, brother? Pistol in the top left is the ROM RG17 and 38 Special. Chris was the worst. Yeah, Chris was the worst. Do you remember, though, when we were playing with that rando dude who just kept wandering off, so I kept killing him? My school would suspend any students who wanted to do a senior prank. All we're going to do is break as many rules as we could in a day. You guys play Barbie dolls, too? Uh-huh. I popped the heads off. Reminds me of... Thought we were talking about Helldivers too. We kind of are in that too, but I was talking about when I played Rainbow Six Siege back on PS4. What do you get with the memberships? Not a damn thing. Your name is blue, and since I gifted a lot of those out, nobody got anything. But what you're doing is, it's kind of like if you're a Patreon member and you drop a couple of bucks to support your favorite creators and shit. I get 60% of that. YouTube gets part of it. That's why I have my Cash App up in the pinned comment, because, you know, you guys were insane last month. Untitled Goose was a big part of that. Basically, you guys paid Google hundreds of dollars to watch me. Feel free to text. Okay. There a filter on? Nope, I look this terrible. My kid's senior prank is going to change the locks on the office. Your kid's senior prank? You got some waiting to do, son. Like 80? What? So a lot of people are typing shit and I don't notice. If you put a comp on a ported barrel, would that improve recoil or just mess up the aim? Comp on a ported barrel is just going to still... There are guns out there that are both ported and comped. It doesn't really matter. It's just poo, 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 poo with air going straight up. What do you think about feds changing gun laws for felons? As long as you weren't in jail for murdering, rape, pedophilia, or, you know, something violent, I don't give a shit. Get your guns. Just because you couldn't keep your fingers out of the till, or, you know, you decided that you really needed to embezzle millions of dollars, or you decided that some booger sugar was fun for you, as long as you didn't hurt anybody and you're not violent, I don't give a shit. Plus, if you're armed, I don't feel bad about shooting you. The locks will be open with the chip in his head by then. Lol. Nice guns. Thank you, King. Donate to his Cash App. He gets more money, and it gets in faster. Yep. Once upon a time, that wall was empty. Let that sink in. Are we allowed some tannerite questions? Sure. I don't know a lot about it. I know you can buy a lot of it, though. Some years ago, my sister got hold of my electric tester, took the two corded ends, stuck it in the socket, and then grabbed the other ends. She never did that again. In the arms of the angels, far away from here. You got to poo, walk the dog, and then hammer on the Microsoft. Oh, and pack lunch. MS Paint, MS-DOS, MS Internet. Is it possible to make your own smokeless gunpowder? I don't know. I've never tried. I mean, it's technically just a combination of chemicals and items, so yeah, I guess you could, but I don't know how. You see how much work I have to do to monitor my chat? Not much, because most of you aren't idiots. So to all of you that aren't idiots, this is me giving you a thumbs up. So thanks, guys. What's my favorite Michael pistol? That's what I call my PP. I call him Michael Pistol. Also, it turns out I've done videos on the Hellcat. It's been so long I didn't even remember it. Everybody subscribe, goddammit. I'm trying to get to 180,000 before we end the live stream. Come on! Cheese grater heat shield. What about it? Nice BB guns. You should see my butt. I've did that for mountain. I've did that mountain. What'd you do? Can you buy a Colt 90? See, if you had typed that into Google, you'd have your answer already, brother. I unsubbed. You're welcome. Great. When am I ending the live? As soon as I get to 180,000 subs, I need 31. I'm not an idiot. Subs a bunch. Do it. Yeah. So I want to get to 180,000 subs. It's just it's a psychological milestone, I guess, but I want to get to 180,000 subs. It might actually say that on the page. Nope, not yet. So I want to get to 180,000 subs. The small mag is because it sits inside of a gun case when it's on display. It comes with 20 full-size mags. Picked up a Papa Shah 41 parts kit. As far as it looks, all the components are still intact, and the upper is just torch cut. Well, I hope it goes together well, man. Taking the Ruger American and 9mm to the range this weekend. Let me know how that goes. I'm going back to my range, so I'm going to have it won't be tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday, so I'll be one day off. I might have to change my Tuesday video to Wednesday just because I'm going to start going back to the range on Tuesdays here locally, so I don't have to drive to freaking West Virginia. I go live 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. What's your go-to ammo brand for 9mm? For practice ammo, Seller and Bellet, and Magtech and Fiocchi. When it comes to self-defense, Hornady. Shut up, DB. I'll see you soon. If I haven't subbed yet, I would have done it by now. Okay. Is it really worth it to get a Radian Raptor? From what I understand, they're really good. Hey, Mouse, welcome back. How's the wife doing? What kind of Kalashnikov is that on the wall? That is a 1970 Romanian kit. What are you saying? Is that your way of saying 24-hour live stream? Hell no. You guys have to pay me a lot of money for me to do a long live stream. No, it is not a staccato. It's actually the Gerson Witness 2311 Match X. It's a Turcato white and blue gun. What? It's Gerson's version of the staccato. What do you think is better, 40 Smith & Wesson or 357 SIG? Well, considering 40 Smith & Wesson was a compromise round designed because 10mm was too powerful, I'd say 357 SIG. Scorpion has pretty good ball ammo. Yeah, I mean, I like their 223, so hate to spam the same message. Did you see my last message? I did not, Matthew. Type it again. I did not see it. Mondays, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to hit the like. Yep. We paid a good amount for the last 24 hours live. No, you didn't. $5,000. She's good. You're sick. Did you give it to me? I know it's been a month almost. You started losing your mind. I lost my mind, bro. If I had been in here with this computer set up instead of dragging the computer in the other room and having shitty internet and stuff and not being able to masturbate like I really wanted to, the live would have been fine. That's another Dark Side Phil thing. How long was that stream? I think like 12 hours. What do you say? Shut up. It was longer than 12 hours. Y'all had a mind to lose? Yeah, un poquito. Or just poquito. I just buy Monarch cheap ammo at Academy for range ammo. See, I don't like doing that personally, Emmanuel. I look at training ammo the same way I look at tires and oil and brakes and parts for my car. Yes, there are cheaper alternatives, and a lot of people will tell you to go cheap, but why would you want to shoot something that could potentially have a different point of aim, point of impact, different feel for the gun, inconsistent primers potentially? I want the best possible parts that I can get for my gun, and that includes new manufacturer ammo. I would recommend a 10mm out of those three. 40 is cheaper than 10, but 357 is more expensive than all three. Gerson has MIM parts and awful sear springs. The sear springs have, I have to rip that one apart, but a couple of people have completely torn them down, and the only MIM part is the slide lock slide release and the disconnector. One day I'll come to Virginia and buy a gun off you. It'll have to be a rifle. Since you live in Ohio, I'll meet you in person. Sounds like a plan, Matthew. YouTube only lets you go for 12 hours. YouTube only allows you to store video for 12 hours at a time. I went for 24 hours. I've never heard of HSL. Do you have an Uzi? No. My range ammo costs $14 a box from one store, $17 from another. Same exact ammo. One of my local gun stores is known for low prices. I'm usually pretty cheap with my prices, and I give a box of ammo with every gun I sell. What will do the most damage and penetration out of those three? 357 SIG, I think, is going very, because that's a 10mm case with a 9mm round, whereas the 10mm will probably do more stopping. I think the 357 will go farther. I'll gladly pull one apart on my channel. It's unsafe in my opinion. Okay, go for it, brother. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just telling you what people have told me. So if you want to pull one apart, I will definitely watch that video. Let me know when you do it. I would never use reman ammo. That's a good way to lose a finger. Yeah, it's also a good way to break a gun. I had picked up a Type 14 Nambu. It was pretty cheap from what I ended up paying. Numbers matching, $600. That's pretty good. I can get all that stuff, Militant, but I don't carry it in stock, and I won't. It gets too expensive. What do you think of the Rock Island 10 millimeter? Honestly, they're fine. It's just they're 1911, just made for 10 mil, so I like it. If I buy your 37 millimeter, I get a box of 37 millimeter ammo. If it was something available on my store, yeah, but that's not for sales. Pulled many apart. Their sear springs rust from the factory. Okay, Richard, I hear you. Go ahead and make your video, dude. Post it up when you're done. Do it tomorrow and then post it up on Wednesdays, and I'll watch it. I'll watch it during the live. If that's what you're saying, that's what you're saying. Show me. Why the short mag on the AK? Band state? No, that's because when it's in a case, it's standing up, and the short mag allows it to stand up using the pistol grip and the dong. Otherwise, it wouldn't stand up. It comes with 20 mags total. I think 16 of them are long, regular mags. Night, everyone go. Treatment time. RG, be good, man. Be well. I've got a 1903 pocket hammerless. Stay on a diet. Have a great night. All right, Mountain Man, you have a good one too. Travis, you can go to Wind City Armory. If you have an FFL that I can ship it to, we can work it out, but I don't do private sales. King Dude, this pretty much brand new, just some holster wear. Yeah, most police trade-ins don't get a lot of rounds through it. Your VP9 Tactical is sprung at 22 pounds from the factory. Feels super tight. Is there any real benefit? Only if you want it to be more consistent with 115 grain. HK, German guns, out-of-country guns, NATO spec is 124 grain. They're designed for a heavier, faster round. That's why they're heavier sprung. If you're not getting good, consistent ejection and feeding with a 115 grain round, then you would look at spring rates. But if the gun is running fine, who cares? And it's not a race gun, so even though it is technically a tactical, that doesn't make it a race gun, so it doesn't have to be super light. What's your smallest gun? All right, King, I've answered that twice now, so you have a great night. Can you do firing demos? I'm going to start doing range videos again. So I worked that out with Middletown Firearms so I can use their gun range again. So get subscribed because I'm going to start doing range videos coming up very soon. In fact, the one I'm doing tomorrow, because I need to get all my editing software re-upped. I use Adobe, so I got to sign up for that again and then get it all in there. I'm going to do 100 rounds, one take, no stopping. So it'll be like a 25-minute video. Hi, Harambe. G22 came with factory metal night sights, which is a nice plus. Yeah, that's nice. You cannot kill the big monkey. No more kicking tables at the range. All right, so I talked with the range master, Jim, who's also the instructor and the competition shooter. It turns out that a member of the city council for the town of Middletown saw my video, recognized the range from that video, and then brought it up with Jim. I don't know the extent of the conversation past that point, but apparently when a city council member, the city council hated the fact that they put in a gun range. So I am not going to be doing stupid shit there anymore. If I go to Moorfield, West Virginia, I'll do the stupid shit there. Do I think 40 and 10 is better than 9 and 357 SIG? That's 4 separate cartridges. Technically, 9 is better than all of them. Kick more tables at the range. At some point I will, dude. Will you be reviewing any suppressors or silencers, or are they paying to get into Virginia? So, I'm getting my SOT license, so technically I could use any suppressor that's in my store, but I'm not buying suppressors to test them. That shit gets expensive. If you want to pay for the suppressor to watch somebody else do it so that you're not trying to do it, yeah, I'll review it, but it's $200 tax stamp for each freaking suppressor, and then the cost of the suppressor. I could easily spend $100,000 and only get 10 suppressors. Well, that's a lie. I could get 100 suppressors for $10,000. No, 10 for 10,000. There's $1,000 suppressors. I'm hoping I'll be getting the pair of ordnance you got sent to Liberty Arms here in Harrisonburg later this week. What? I'll be getting the pair of ordnance you sent to Liberty Arms here in Harrisonburg later this week. I never sent the pair of ordnance down there. The pair of ordnance is right there. You didn't buy the pair of ordnance from me. I don't remember if I asked this before, but what's the weirdest round you've shot? I shot an AK chambered in 8mm Mauser. That was a little weird. What's your biggest gun? Right now, a 4570 Marlin. McManus, send him all your suppressors to review. Lol. No, I'm saying I'm hoping I'll be buying it later this week. Oh, all right, dude. That makes more sense. Apparently, the city council is odds. So, yeah, they were opposed to the original location that they were trying to put in a range, and then he found 66 acres that he built his range on, and they still are opposed to things that they do. And then, like, what's even funnier is one of the city council members that opposed the range brought his guns in for service, and I sent them away because I was the store manager at the time. How's the 4570 Marlin? Mine's an older one, so it's pretty solid. Is that 37mm or a 40? 37, sir. Why can't they make a 9mm revolver that doesn't use moon clips? Because the 9mm cartridge is not rimmed, so it's nowhere for it to hold into the thing. And I think somebody does make one that is, but it's dedicated 9mm. I think the Charter Arms 9mm Bulldog, I thought that one did not use moon clips. I might be wrong, though. Do you like the 5.45 39 round, and does it compare to the 5.56? I've never done a comparison, and I don't buy it because it's more expensive. Do I recommend Slimline 43 48 or 26 19? Get the 19 if you want simplicity. Get the 48X if you want slimness. I was thinking about a 4570 or the 357 lever action. Either one will do you, Kev. They're both very good choices. I can't wait to get my CCW. Feels like it's criminal. Feel like a criminal all these years. Sorry to hear that, dude. I want a Car 98 and 8mm. It's my bucket gun. Nice. Sorry I'm late. What was up with that Colt or Wesson? Oh, the one from the thumbnail is actually a Smith & Wesson Model 29 that I ordered for a customer. Actually, the lady that owns a salon that's above my store. Best 5.56 suppressor. Hard for me to answer. I don't deal with a lot of suppressors. Probably a Surefire or something. You like 9mm 380? So, no, that's way too many different things, dude. Oh, okay. Now I see. Lol. I just did the wrong thing. Everybody calls me Jimmy. They don't call me Jiminy when they're mocking me. Glock 26 is bad? No, Glock 26 is just old, outdated, and there's a lot of better options with better frickin' capacities. Why does everybody keep typing said hi? Is the Keltec 5.7 any good? Haven't put my hands on one yet. I will see when they come out. It's a stripper clip fed internal box mag rotary barrel 5.7. So give it up to the Coke kids for building something interesting for sure. PSR, print, shoot, repeat. It's what he used to be known as. He has one, and he was having some failures. All right, I'm going to start banning everybody that just comes in and said hi. What's the fun above you? That's called heaven, Dylan. So 19 better than 26 or small CCW, but what do you recommend? I recommend you go to a gun store, Josh, and put all those guns that you're thinking of in your hand and see what fits best to you. What I think doesn't matter. I carry a 5-inch 1911, dude. You need to figure out which gun fits in your hand the best. That's when you will decide. Because here's the secret, Josh. Every single Glock that you just named, they're all like the identical gun. They don't matter. Is it an update now that some things will have a suggested, how some things will have a suggest? I have no idea what that means, Cody. Am I a fan of any 9mm carbines? Yes, the Ruger, the original. Josh, Glock is Glock. They don't make a different. They just make different sizes. Glock is Glock. It's going to run. They're dependable. They're easy to maintain. They're boring. They have no design. They have terrible tolerances, but they're all identical guns. They're just different sizes, man. Just put your hands on one and see which size fits you. It's like when you get McDonald's fries. You just get to pick your size. Glocks are like McDonald's fries. They all taste the same. They just come in different packages. Saw the site says you can't buy directly on it. No, you need to send me an email because I don't have online payment set up yet. So send me an email which gun you're looking at and we'll discuss it. But I'm not doing it on the live stream just because Google will get fucky with it. So if there's something that you're looking at, you can send me an email to wincityormory@gmail.com and we can work that out. I do accept credit cards and all that stuff, just can't do it online. It also that was the bottom part. Arrangements can be made. Zev is the ketchup on the fries. Zev's no difference. It's a Gen 3 clone. Anything that is a clone of a Glock is still a fucking Glock. It doesn't matter how sparkly the shoes are. When people in chat that said hi, maybe it's an auto response for suggested auto response to people are. I have no idea. Tasted a Glock doesn't sound right. Whatever. If you're a Glock owner, you lick windows, you might as well lick your Glock. And I own 5, so I should know. Also, Stone. You need that one for the wife. Tastes like a bland hot dog. Lol. I discovered a no-no 30-30 Winchester fits in a 410 shotgun Firearm brass. Anyone? Lol. Origins of the AK up top. It's a 1970 Romanian kit. The assembly was done here in Winchester by a company called JCH. When are you getting another 17? I'll go talk to my pawn shop tomorrow. Maybe I'll trade them the VP9 for a 17 or something. They just contacted me today about sending me the overkit. So, vroom, 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 vroom. Isn't that one of my special stickers for members or some shit? I like the Springfield operator you got. Yeah, it's a nice one. Shoots great. Comes with the original box, even with the police impound markings on the bottom of it. Jesus loves you, brother. Cool. Just got in. Miss anything? Not really. I should get the cow print for your wife. Nice. I licked the Glock like 20 minutes ago. It kind of tasted like a schnitzel and a little bit of CLP heavy duty. Also, it tastes like occupation. You know, because Germany took a hike one time. Dude, we get stickers. Nice. I can't even remember doing that. So, from all the shit she hears us talk about Glock, she said, ew. It's not a Glock. It's a rose gold gun. Why does Springfield Armory get... By the way, I'm bringing you a Glock. You're taking a Glock and you're going to own a Glock, motherfucker. Do I have an SMG? Nope, sorry. What's the top left gun? That is the ROM RG-17 38 Special Derringer. You need a SAR 9 on the wall. Had one. Just recently sold it. Open a pawn shop called Guns and Shite. Ah, that would be funny. Oh, now he's crying. You'll be fine. I'm one of the boys. You are. Somebody gifted you a membership, son. Then you suck because you don't have an SMG. I do. I suck because I don't have an SMG. I have an STI and an STD and a DONG. This is bad. We're about to get banned. Yeah, tell me about it. What's your favorite genre of music? It's weather depending. Like in summer and stuff, I like hip-hop and a little bit of metal music. When it gets cold, I like country music because I like being sad. Did you say the 1911 had impound markings on it? Lol. Yeah, so the gun was seized at one point in its history, and the Winchester police slapped an evidence locker sticker on the bottom of it, and they never took it off. I did put black Sharpie over the guy's name, but yeah. Oh, I got a big BBC. Big beautiful computer. I got a BBC big beautiful computer. Also, I'm a member of the Big Bukkake Club, whatever that is. There's nothing compared to some of the Canadian streams. Ah! What did Edwin say? What did Edwin say? Damn, what GPU is that? That's a Gigabyte 4070 Ti. How many guns do you have? No idea. I never count them. Have you tried a CZP-10F? Yes, I have. I like them. They're good guns. You do have to be careful. If you have an optics cut one and you forget the optics plate cover, do not shoot it without it, because your ejector spring, your extractor spring, roll pin will pop right out. Yeah, you can keep on saying AWM. I don't know who that is. Emba shotgun, Joseph. M1 Garand for around $800 or $900. That's a steal if it's in good shape. Do I have a 50? Nope. Come on, freaky boys, hit the likes. 25 to go. Come on. If you're new here, hit the like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 180,000 subs by the end of this live stream. You guys are amazing children, and I love some of you. The rest of you are assholes. It's still extract without it because Magnificent CZ. Also, I was running it suppressed at the time, so the back pressure and the fact that the gun just worked. Glonk. I have a Glonk. Oh, dude, it's really barely readable now, so. Hold on, do I have a Sharpie? Look, I don't make fun of you and the shit you keep on your desk, so shut up. I don't have a Sharpie. Favorite handgun ever made? 1911s. Am I an asshole? Probably. Well, Stone, you're the one getting the Glock, not me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I told you I'm giving you a Glock. I'm already subscribed, but I'll subscribe again. Thank you, sir. That's what I like to hear. What guns would you take to war? Every gun I own, because if I'm going to war at 46 years old, 45 and a half years old, it's a civil war, and I'm unfortunately below the Mason-Dixon line, so historically I'm going to need all the guns I can get. Hello from Japan. Is that a gun in the background real, or is it airsoft gun? It's real. I don't have a desk. Oh, wait. I had to go to the hospital. Sorry. Why? Favorite 1911 ever made. So when I was first getting into guns, my goal was the Para Ordnance Black Ops. I have one now. So now I want a Nighthawk Customs TRS. Double stack. Is mayonnaise an instrument? It is. Especially if you're lactose and egg intolerant and all that shit. Is that a 1911 3-on-1 from the top? What? Use English. All these guns are airsoft. He shot me with 8 of them. If I shot you with 8 of them, you'd be dead. What's the dorky looking pew-pew under the dong? That is the Ramline Syntech 22 caliber. I put that up just to piss people off. Are you familiar with the Lancer or Nasher from Gears of War? No. Are you talking about the gun with the big-ass chainsaw on it? Rigging about to feel bad. Favorite 2011 ever made? My STI Grandmaster. End of story. Fugging about to feel bad. Springfield Prodigy is best. I want my free membership back. You misspelled okay. Favorite 19S gun? What? Any good, reliable, and affordable 45 revolvers? If so, I'd love a recommendation. Why do you want to shoot a non-rimmed cartridge out of a revolver? Frick out of here with that nonsense. Did you shoot the launcher yet? Nope. That's all I could afford. Okay. I'll let you go. Take off your hat. $100 Cash App right now. Am I crazy for doing laundry at almost 10 at night? No. If there's time, you can be doing it. It's better than doing cocaine at 10 o'clock at night. Trust me, you get in a lot less trouble for doing the laundry. Favorite Glock is Big Shit Glock 17. Okay. All Glocks are Glocks. There's no such thing as a good Glock. There's no such thing as a Glock that's better than another Glock. All Glock is Glock, unless you have a Glock 44 that's built by Umarex and they can suck it. I'm headed out of here. Thanks for the laugh, opinions, attendance tonight. I'll see you Friday, man. Take care. I'm also here on Wednesday. Would you buy a carbine from Glock if they ever made one? Only if they do the FPG that they tease so many times. Build me a Prodigy. I don't know if I can travel across state lines with a machine gun. I might be able to. What drill size bits do I need to goon at night? You understand what gooning is, right? It's not a good thing. My Glock can beat up your Glock. No, they can't. They cancel each other out. I'll be here Wednesday. Nice. Any thoughts on the Canik TP9 SFX? I like the TP9 SFX. If you like to even elevate from that for not much more money, get the Rival SFX, because the Rival SFX, you keep your rear sight when you put an optic on it. McManus, you'd be surprised. They're not as hard as you think, and they're not as expensive as you think. As a dealer sample, you can get them for about $3,000. You can take a katana on a plane. Yes, they are. Tax stamps are federal. They are federal, but there are states that won't allow you to even apply for them. Instead of the tube chainsaw, gotcha. What would you expect? Glock is bad and you should feel bad for having one. No. Glock is bad and you have to own one so you can make fun of them. Have I ever gotten Garand Thumb? I did it on purpose to show a customer that it doesn't hurt, and it hurt. I have 5 Glocks. They're all serviceable. Let me see. Yeah, there were a couple of them. I'm not sure if they're still down there, but the last time I looked, they were like $3,200 for post dealer samples only. Glock ever makes the FPG, they would sell it immediately. Soon as deliver one, I've been waiting for something different from them for years. Yeah, but then you'd have to get, what was the name of that company that made the folding Glock? Because you need one of those to make it work. I got distracted by a shiny. I saw my bass and started playing it. Your bass. Why does bass and bass have to be spelled the same and I have to read an entire sentence before knowing how to pronounce it? Wasn't there a two-way Supreme Court decision recently? What happened? What do you mean? In terms of what? There was the one guy who got found not guilty of owning machine guns. Thoughts on guns that fire 25 ACP? It's kind of like watching a gun cough. Have I tried Federal Syntec ammo? Yes, I have. It's okay. Sometimes it can have issues in some guns with steep feed ramps. 43X mag not chambering first time. You've had a problem with them. If you download the mag by one, does it still give you a problem? If you go to 9 rounds instead of 10, does it give you that problem? A base that plays the bass. Interesting. I don't think Glocks are cool, but I'll be damned if they aren't good guns. Toyota Camry, Corolla, pistols. I even take umbrage with the word good. I will abdicate and admit that they are excellent tools, but I don't call them good guns. They're reliable. They are life-saving instruments, but I don't call them good. Good denotes that you have some sort of attachment or appreciation of it being just what it is. What you're referring to as good is what it does. So that's more of a thought thing. Like, if you took the name Glock off of it and wrote the name Bursa on it, a lot of people would hate it because it said Bursa. Because that's what it is. Some people have all the luck, guys. Full auto was not found guilty. Well, that's because it didn't meet the full definition. Because there were so many of them, it didn't qualify as rare. You never said what conceals the best, because everybody conceals a gun differently. You might not be able to conceal a gun as well as I can, depending on what you're trying to conceal. I can pocket carry a 5-inch 1911, and it conceals as long as I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm wondering if there's extra polymer. I don't know if it has to do with polymer, because if they're factory Glock mags, they have metal inserts. It could be as simple as the spring is compressed or sticking in a certain way, so it's not pushing the round all the way up. Wondering if there's extra polymer. No, I know it just stopped in to throw a like at you. Hit the subscribe. I'm trying to hit 180,000 subs. What class 3 guns do you wish you had? I really don't care about class 3 guns. I have a suppressor, so I've got that already, and machine guns really don't appeal to me outside of just their intricate nature, but they're so gosh dang expensive for good ones that I don't want to spend $100,000 to get a real one. You know what I mean? You have the Rival S Steel and it rocks. Those have finally started coming down in price. I think Syntec might be my next pew pew. Lamau. But yeah, people of the internet, hit your like and your subscribe button. I want to hit 180,000 subs before we end the live stream. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you for a blowjob. I'm asking you to literally hit one thing on your screen. Subscribe and like. Technically, that's two. But if you hit the subscribe, then I don't care about the like. If you hit the like, hit the subscribe. All I'm trying to do is organically grow my channel from people that are actually watching me. I'm literally sitting here just jabber-jawing with you, having fun. If you're having a good time, tell Google, hey, this motherfather deserves to be on here. Because the more sponsors I can bring in, the more people I can bring in to do stuff with, the more I can do this more frequently. If I have to just focus on my business because I need the money, then YouTube suffers. Because I don't do this for a living. Non-transferable M16s are cheap. Yeah, because there's a billion of them. Did you hit the like? I just said I'm trying to grow it organically. I'm not hitting my own button. I also never do that. Stop begging. I'm asking you to hit a like button, fuck stick. I'm not asking you for money. Shut the fuck up. Get off the internet. What AK is that in the back? That is a Romanian kit. It's a 1970 kit. The more stuff he gets for free, that can hang on the wall. Pretty much. But the main point of getting things for review, that's the other thing, McManus. I'd like you to please articulate that I'm not getting them for free. They're not giving them to me without expectation. They want me to do a review of their product. They're not paying me for a review. They're not telling me what to say. They're not influencing me in any way. But I am obligated to make a video for them, or a few videos. I've made a few videos on the Match X just because I'm enjoying it. So don't say for free, please. Dude, you've got to see what you feel best with. In terms of size, the 43X is the thinnest. The 26 is the shortest. The 19 is the overall gun. It's the 43X length with the 26 slide. So, I only have like 100 characters, man. But you still found a way to put in for free. You could have typed review. Damn it, dude, I tested positive for COVID. Jesus, Christmas, man. You were on a plane. You got the whole plane? Or somebody on the plane probably gave it to you, dude. What's been your all-time favorite sponsor? I hate to say it, but EAA has been the best so far. EAA has asked literally nothing from me, and they've sent me 3 guns that I asked for. I have a low-grade fever. Dude, get healthy. Otherwise, you're sending me all your shiz. Did you get any of those guns for free, my guy? No, I did not get them for free. When Gerson sent me the Influencer X, and I had to take it to the range, and I put 500 rounds through it. So I spent $300 out of my own money. Not to mention my time and my gas. When I take that to the range tomorrow, I'm going to put 400 rounds through it. So I'm going to be spending my own money. So I have to pay to make these videos, man. Sounds free. It's an obligation, son. That's like if somebody tells you, like for your business, they're going to promote you and they're going to give you promotional stuff that you can hand out. You're still on the hook to do shit. Is Gerson sending you another one? He's trying to. This guy's a freeloader. Yep. What's your EDC? 1911. You're bumming hard. Yeah, that's me bumming hard. Asking a company to send a review gun because I want to check out their product for a channel where I do reviews. That's me bumming. Get an ammo sponsor. The problem is I don't like reman shit, and all the sponsors tend to be reman shit. If Seller and Bellet wants to be an ammo sponsor, I'd accept it. I appreciate the hustle. I wish I could call me jealous. No worry. Me fricking with them ain't the same as you fricking with them. You going to swap barrels and shoot it? Yeah, so I'm going to do the first 100 rounds with the correct top on it, and then I'm going to swap it over to the other. So I'm going to take that slide off and put it up on the single stack. And then, like I said, after I'm done shooting it tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to drop them off to get them sandblasted so I can take the finish off and get them ready for hot bluing. Might try contacting Federal. I have reached out to Federal before, but they sponsor million-plus channels. Or they'll send out their reman shit, and I won't shoot reman. New subscriber. Hi, Brian. Thank you. Everybody wants free stuff, but not willing to work for it. All right, cool. I'm done responding to that because it's not free. People think that shit's free. No such thing as free in this world. If I take their product, okay, look at it this way. Yes, they sent me a couple of guns. But if I don't make product reviews for them, if I don't make something about the gun that might get searched by other people, then they're never going to work with me again. And then I wind up blacklisting myself in the entire industry because companies decide that I'm not worth the risk, because if they depend on me to do something, or they agree with me to do something and I don't deliver, that's me failing. You know what's worse? Raid Shadow Legend, ExpressVPN fucking sponsorships. That's literally taking money to do a 30 fucking second ad that doesn't cost anything. And those, if you're a big channel, I think some of the bigger channels like the Pauls and all those other assholes said they were getting like $100,000 contracts, and I believe that shit. I mean, I can take 20 minutes out of my day to review $2,000 worth of free stuff. Oh, we're done. Never mind. Yep. If I get rich, I'll buy a cool gun to make you feel a little happy. That's the thing, though. Dude, I appreciate the sentiment, Caboose, but if I want a gun, if I truly want a gun, I'm just going to buy the gun. It's what I've always done. Why shouldn't I take advantage of my hard fucking work over the last 10 years, 100 million views, 180,000 subscribers, and freaking use it to my advantage? Do you think bear spray is trustworthy? Not really. Not intended for you, man. You work hard. I appreciate it. I get where you're coming from, 10X. I get that. You know, I put in 10 years of work to grow my channel. So yeah, I've gotten in the last few years a couple of grand worth of shit. Dude, if you're in a lot of industries and you go to a big like convention, you're going to get thousands of dollars worth of shit if you actually do things. Canic Meta MC9 or Springfield Hellcat Pro? I value your input. I like the trigger on the Meta better than the Hellcat, but the Hellcat Pro is pretty solid shooter. Like your stuff, when Misha starts begging on camera, I lost all interest in him. Who's Misha? Mine still shows 179. That's because I am 20 away from getting my number. I know earlier I asked your opinion on the Taurus TX22. Hold on a second. But man, I want one. I don't know why. Probably because it will be cheap to shoot. No, TX22 is the way to go. Honestly, it's cheaper than the P322, which is a big deal. 19 to go. Best 10 millimeter in your opinion. If you're looking for polymer frame, Smith & Wesson M&P 10 or 2.0 and 10 millimeter, and the Glock 20, Glock 40. If you're looking for a 1911, Rock Island, Gerson, and Fusion Firearms. Fusion Firearms is probably like my go-to if you're looking for a 10 mil. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't like Glock, but I'll admit they're a good gun. Honestly, well, reliable gun. Sorry. Take your word for my next purchase. Well, I appreciate that, 10X. Taurus is solid 22. A little bit more money. They're $399 on the shelf, man. They're $150 more than the Taurus. They're not a $150 better gun. That's 50% more money, dude. You said your EDC was a 1911. What model? It changes from time to time. I was running with the Springfield Operator. That's up on the website now for sale. Currently, I'm running a Para Ordnance Black Ops 1911, and I was carrying that Gerson for a little while. Also have the car arms. Dude, you're a pansy. Have a good night. Springfield XD10 is also pretty good. A buddy of mine has that one. And I didn't spend a lot of the TX22 pop-up. They have a pop-up? Every striker fire gun is a Glock clone. Not true. There were striker fire guns before the Glock, so Glock is a copy of yeah. If you're getting SIG P322s for $200, McManus, pick one up for me. I'll do some trading with you. You carry Blackhawks? I have a couple in a bag under my bed. What caliber would be best for jungle warfare? And I'm not lying. If you've ever been on the Discord and you saw Stone's 226 hanging underneath a 16-inch clear dildo, you'll know I'm not lying. Thinking about getting a TX22 for my new can I got for the lever gun. Glad to hear someone say they aren't junk. No, they're good. Rock Island has Attack Ultra in 10mm. It's solid. Yeah. My buddy at his pawn shop has the Match Ultra 40 I might get. Best place for cheap ammo, Ammo Seek. Striker fired, 1911. When? Look up the court. No, that's actually hammer fired. No idea. Is that an NDS receiver on that Rami? What the fuck? Do you have a Draco? No, I have Taste. These type of men could never protect their women or family. If the bullets run out, hit the gym, be a man. I like how your name says minding my black business, yet you decided to run your mouth. Shows the kind of person you really are. You're the kind of guy that yells at McDonald's because you only got 19 McNuggets and you had to use your fucking food stamps to get it. What's your favorite drink? Water. That wall would be a few years of prison time where I live. Nice. Have you heard anything good or bad about the High Point carbine in any caliber? Actually, it's probably their best product. The 9, the 10. The 10 actually seems to be the best out of all of them, but even the 9mm works good. I think he was trying to ask if the AK had a receiver made by NDS. No, it's a Romanian parts kit with a blank receiver that was manufactured by a company called JCH. No one makes a striker fire in 1911 because it takes away everything good about a 1911. True. I have a Springfield XDS Mod 2, and later I want to do some upgrades to it. In your opinion, what should I upgrade first? If you shot the Mod 2, I'm not sure if you had. I've shot the XDS. I don't know if there's a lot that you can do to it to make it that much better of a gun. Honestly, it's fine for what it is. Trigger is about the only thing that I can really think of to do. Zodiac sign, Taurus. Do you play Roblox? No, there's zero demand for a striker fired. That is true. Yeah, German guns are very, very strict. It's almost like, I don't know what accent that was. Yeah. VP70 before Glock, Luger 2. If you want a German, High Point, yes. Best pistol for the newbies? Anyone that you have practiced with. Favorite pistol, 1911s. I want an FN and a G22. Wow, you got some issues, Carter. What's your favorite food? Korean. Doom or Quake? Fuck that. Wolfenstein, baby. The original. Do you do upgrades to your pistols or do you leave them stock? It depends. If it's a gun that needs an upgrade, I will willingly do it, but some guns I leave stock. A lot of time I'll do things just like polishing rails and just kind of making guns smoother, but in terms of like upgrades, I might do stuff like a trigger kit and a Glock, but then I always wind up selling the Glock because I've modified it. H&K versus CZ. CZ, for both quality and price. HK has good guns, but the price makes you expect more of their quality. Their quality doesn't match their price, even though their price is pretty high. Granted, they're very good guns. I'm not saying HK aren't good, but they're not worth the money they ask for. It sure wasn't a German. It for sure wasn't an German. It sounded more Dutch to me, which sounds like a drunk German-English mix. Sounds like an American trying to do the accent of a German. We will do the German accent and we will do it like an American actor. Nein! Guten Tag. I wasn't a fan of the VP9. Shut your keyboard. It's a great gun. You burn weeds? No, I use weed killer. I cook Asian and Indian. What's your favorite Korean dish? My favorite Korean dish is bulgogi, beef bulgogi, over rice, and then I really like kimbap. McManus can't sell the XDS. Got it as a tribute from my best friend's dad who passed away recently, and his family treats me like family, so I considered his dad to be my Texan dad. Well, that's a good reason to keep it, A-Rod. Why did Nazis always sound gay? It's because it's the ways they walk, their hands and their buttholes are always clenched. What do you think tariffs will affect import guns? Yeah. Tariffs affect everything, unfortunately. Gay. I'm sorry you're gay, dude. Well, it's nice that you came out. Hopefully your tribe accepts you. Berda. I mean, you smoke duh, Mary Jane. Maybe in Call of Duty. She's a good girl. We will do the accent and then we will invade the lowlands. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take over. You could do it like Sean Connery and just do everything in his accent. You see, I'm a German. That wasn't even... I can't do any accent right now. My brain is stuck. I'm trying to do every other accent except the accent I'm trying to do. Greetings from Indiana State Penitentiary. Snuck me iPad in here. Jesus Christ, was it sideways in your bunghole? The bear Jew. Lol. I've seen that. Do military officers still carry a sidearm, or is that in the past? I'm sure they do, but I doubt they would ever use it. If it wasn't for alcohol, the Irish would have taken over centuries ago. Not only that, it's hard to build a boat when you can't even see where your nails are. We're gonna do some weird stuff. There's no shadow behind me, son. Say even if there was one up there. Why do some people do the Irish accent where they start really high up there? How are you? How are you? How are you? Very good. Did you answer your own question? Trackers, turn on your grammar and your autocorrect because holy shit, I'm having a stroke reading your shit. They're stealing me Lucky Charms. Yeah, they are. Should I use a gun to ensure I receive a job after my internship? For legal reasons, this is a joke. Whoa, 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 whoa. Making fun of Germans is okay, but making fun of us Irish is definitely not. Well, I've got Irish in my background, so I can make fun of my own people. I am Irish, Italian, and Korean. So, needless to say, I really like pasta and potatoes. Do you do a Russian accent? I do an FPS Russia accent. You know, it's like this when everybody talking like this, you know. Some people do a better one than I do. I do a little bit, you know, sometimes I can come over from the tablet and all that stuff. But I don't do it too often just because, you know. Never seen Snatch. Your last name is Riley? Yeah, Borat is close to that because he's from Kazakhstan. And as always, have a nice day. What time is it? Is it 10:30 yet? 10:11? Dude, we're 19 away. Did you guys hit what's going down? Your mom and your sister, interestingly, on the same pastor that you normally suck off. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not expect me to try to hurt your feelings back? What's your opinion of #1 Mark III Enfields? I've only messed with them when they came in. Never really shot one. By the way, your tweet wall is giving me a chubby. My tweet wall? Oh, my tweet wall. It's 1018 in the Indiana State Penitentiary. Nice. Are gun classes worth the price? Yes. If you don't know anything. If you have a basis of knowledge, no. 918 in Oklahoma land. Come on, 16 more. I want 16 more people. Please. Please. I've never asked for subscribers before. Glock 45 with the Holosun 507 comp for USPCA. I mean, it's a little bit of a short barrel for a competition gun, but I'm sure if you run it, you can do good. 1019 in Con Eddy Cut. I've driven through Con Eddy Cut. I want to take a CCW class, but don't want to give up an entire Saturday to get it. Find other places that do it other days of the week. They're not only available on Saturdays unless you live in a weird ass place, Roy. Why do I always see your picture and it looks like Michael Landon standing next to that one dude that played Jesus that one time? Hendrick, it's 4:20 a.m. Let's hit it, guys. Aren't you like in the middle of your 6-week vacation that's mandated every year in Germany? What do you know about Taurus building a plant in the USA? Yeah, that's in Bainbridge, Georgia. Keltec sub 2K or a Smith or an S&M 10mm. Oh, dude, I want an S&M. I don't know if I want to trust a rear blowback 10mm. The only reason to go with it is if you want Glock compatibility. Jim Caviezel. What about him? Why does my ammo get a special stamp? Ruger Sig 9mm. What? Sure it doesn't say Luger? Thinking about getting a Bodyguard 2.0 for summer concealed carry. Any thoughts? The gun feels good in the hand. I hate the little itty-bitty guns. You can ask Drunk Mouse when we were shooting the 25 ACPA at the gun range. I really didn't like it. Where are you from? Mommy's vagina. Luger. Luger. Oh, Johnny Bravo. I can't remember what he talks like. Is this right? I can't even really remember. How do you find the nudie gifs on the iPad? Close enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. How many subs we at? I had one the other day, and it was good. It was a meatball sub, but they raised the price. 100. We need 16 more. Nice wall you have there. I actually like the guns that are on it better. But, hey, you know, you do you, homie. Found them. Dude, if they're your girl's nudies, you should have had that shit memorized. He's throwing a screwdriver. He's very unsafe. Don't worry, I'm catching it with the blade every time, so that's really smart, right? Well over 100 likes. Did you eat something spicy or something? No, I'm trying to get to 180,000 subscribers. I need 16 for that. Ever shoot a Mosin? Yes, I have shot in a Mosin Nagant. Are the prices set in stone? Pretty close, but there is the ability to talk. Elvis, is that you? I'm not in Vegas yet. Well, you better get here. I'm eating all the peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Wait, they're bananas. No wonder why I died. RTX 4060 LP, bro. It's a 4070 Ti, bro. Trying to get to 180 pounds of meat. Does coolant in a computer tower need to be regularly flushed and changed like a car's coolant? If it's got a pigment in it, possibly. I ran, if it's a clear coolant, like EK Cryofuel or Corsair's clear fluids, you can run that for a long time because naturally it has antibacterial and antimicrobials in it. And if you use all copper-based radiators and blocks, then no. I've had fluid in one of my systems back in the day. I had it in there for like 3 years. This fluid has been in here. I've used this fluid for over a year, and I've never had to change it, and it's still clear and barely a fish in the sea. So as long as it's an actual good coolant, you should be fine. Just Garbo hot takes today, huh? Yep. Can I have a red dot behind you? Nope. Gift the boy a Gatorade so you can get some fluid in his system. You're good, dude. .44 mag 629 classic. I have shot one. Last time I bothered to run liquid cooled, I ran distilled water. So here's the thing they don't tell you about distilled water nugget is over time, the interaction of the water against the materials, the copper blocks and the radiators, it will pick up minerals from those metals because water, even just plain water, distilled water, is abrasive to those surfaces. So eventually you will pick up minerals and that water will become mineralized. You need antibacterials and antimicrobials unless you're willing to change it more often. Do I carry a knife or a secondary protective device? I usually have a pocket knife on me, and worst case scenario, I just unzip and put my penis in my hand. Nobody wants to fight a 6'4" weird Asian dude with his penis in his hand. I've been drinking Gatorade Zero Orange. It's nasty. Yeah, but at least it's sugar-free. This is the pink stuff. It's not too bad. It's a lot of heat. What's the word on these? Friend buying one. I don't know shit about them. What do you... SAR? SAR is actually pretty solid. SAR Shamals is Turkish police and military. You actually got a few chuckles out of me. Walls. I carry the Ruger 57. Would you? Sure. Why not? You're going to build a knife in the cafeteria. You probably shouldn't be talking about that stuff, bro. You just said what your number is. What's your everyday carry? 1911. I change about every 6 to 8 months. Ran it that way for about 4-ish years. Yeah, 6 to 8 months is fine. But if you try to go years with distilled water, eventually you'll notice some corrosion buildup. How much is your PC worth? Day to day, it fluctuates. It's got about $1,000 in cooling hardware. The graphics card, it's a 4070 Ti, so during the 50 series launch, those had gone up to $1,000 again. It's got a 12900K with 32 gigs of RAM. It's got three 2 terabyte drives, one 1 terabyte drive, NVMe. So if you were to duplicate it, including the case, it'd probably be about $4,000. Is it possible for you to laugh at your suffering? Yes. Actually, I don't laugh much, and when I do, it's usually just a chuckle. What caliber ignites tannerite? Everything does. You anywhere near Newmarket at all? Going to be down that way in the summer. No, I'm probably about 40 miles away from Newmarket. You run a 360 millimeter Corsair AIO now. Too lazy to mess with custom loops anymore. Honestly, the new stuff is probably just as good as my custom loop. I've got a 420 millimeter radiator and a 360 millimeter radiator running a 12900K. It's massively overkill. I just like the way they look. Damn, are you the Melvin the gun dealer from GTA 5? Sure. Hit the subscribe. I'll tell you a story about that one time Trevor came in and did things to me. Earlier said you like heavy metal. What's your favorite band and how heavy do you go with heavy metal? I don't like screamo and I don't like deathcore. Honestly, I stop at just, decent metal bands. Even bands that do a little bit of mixed stuff, like Falling in Reverse is metal. But they also do a little bit of rap. I didn't know they made Asians at 6'4". Yeah, they do, dude. We're usually fat. What up, redneck? You're in for the last 30 minutes. You got to start getting in here earlier, dude. Quit school. Isn't tannerite what brought down Building 7? Ha! That's a hot take, Roy. Damn, I bought a pre-built with the 4080 Super, not very smart in PC tech yet. That's okay, Clayton. You don't have to be like me, dude. I just build it because I find it interesting to find parts and make my own custom loops and do all this crazy shit to it. Dude, I change my PC hardware as often as most people change their underwear. Like twice a year. Damn, man, I bought a pre-built. Yep. How long ago was the fake breasts? Back around Halloween time, so October of last year. Your voice sounds like you can be an impersonator for Brian from Family Guy. I do a better Joe than Brian. I can't. I'd never practiced doing Brian's voice, so I can't do it. But Joe is a easier voice to do. It's right there, When you have a deep vocal cavity, you can. Sorry, Peter, we're gonna have to arrest you because apparently one of those girls you hit, her hymen broke, so you're being charged with rape. Ordering an old school GTX 580 for my Fallout 3 rig, hoping it'll be here in a few days. Oh, you should have talked to me. I know some stuff. Falling in Reverse is amazing live. Nice. Hey, Peter. You can do the old purr from Family Guy. Like an imitation, or you would actually do them? Hot take. Show me your Beretta. Sold it to a buddy. Actually gave it to a buddy who did some work for me. So long I've been watching you, and I've never made you laugh. I'm sorry, dude. I do laugh. It's just none of you are on my level. Heh. I've laughed out loud. I had a cellmate who looks like Quagmire.
Giggity, giggity. Hey, Meg, you 18? All right.
Do I have old school PC parts for sale? Nah, I don't really sell my old PC parts, but for a fan, I might have, but I don't think I have a 580, actually. I got an old GTX 260. Lady here, any advice on shooting shotguns? Just started and obviously hurting. Really pin that thing into your shoulder. And lean into it. I know that if you are of smaller frame, smaller stature, lean into it very heavily and tuck into your shoulder as tight as you can. What's your level? Are you a dark humor guy? I appreciate dark humor. There's a place and a time for it. A lot of dark humor I get. And I make jokes. Like when I was dying, I was making jokes. So it's one of those things. What's the difference between a prostitute and a drug dealer? I don't know. Mountain Man, what is the difference? I ran SLI, EVGA, GTX 285s back in the day. As recently as 2018, I was running SLIs in the 1070 Ti's. Bro really said giggity giggity like Quagmire. Yeah. Do you have any advice for a 10-year-old shooting a turkey gun? Hold on. You look healthy now. Feeling better? Yeah, my voice is going though. It's starting to hurt. I was at the range and the guy said shooting was swapped out my bird shot with scary shells. Cool fire barrel, but it hurt. Well, that's not cool. $100 if you want me to take off the hat. It's 38% of my goddamn personality. Do you still have that M203 strapped onto a handgun? No, and it was a 37 millimeter, but I will be putting it back on at some point. Nice PC, thank you. I was running SLI GTX 970s and that custom loop machine had. If you go back and you sort through the videos, I built a custom water-blocked GTX reference 980, and I was running it in one of my systems. Bro's a real-life sommelier from the Continental. Good evening, Mr. Wick. Would you like to start with something? No, sir. I will not show you a Glock. You're a professional assassin. You should have better taste. Dude never washes that hat. I've got 4 hats I never wash, actually. There, AK. Faux shizzle, my nizzle. Yeah, please don't talk like that. Show me the money! Still have my Phenom 2 X6 1100T from that rig, too. Oh, that's cool. Never washed, just replaced. They're $11. Just got my help up. Nice. Have you ever held your Glock sideways with an extended mag and mag dump? No, because I'm not stupid. I'm not allowed to buy guns no more. When I get out, it'll be 2037. Hey, man, have faith. Maybe they'll abolish the ATF by the time you get out, dude. 12 more subs. Come on, Kais. Come on, Kai. I need you guys to become subscribers. What do you think about a help up? Really don't like help ups. I don't like anything that's bullpupped.
My name Jeff. My name Jeff.
Need to get you a Glockinator. I'm cool. Lubed up and ready to go is my motto. Yeah. I really believe you're in prison, son. You being gay for the stay, is that what I'm hearing? How much do we have to donate for you to wear a flat brim cap? I have one. $200. I just won a High Point hat in a giveaway. I haven't taken it off since I got it. Lol. We all shot a handgun gangster style at least once. Oh, no, I've done it. There's a shorts video where I'm mag dumping a $1,300 SIG and a $2,000 CZ like this. You know, good guns. You need a Henry rifle. Nah, I'm good. I never wash my hats. I just buy new ones. Yeah, why bother? I wash them if they just get like a little bit of shit under the brim. But, dude, I work on guns. I work on cars. I masturbate a lot. So there's going to be stuff on my hat. Really good bullpups left that aren't over $2,000. No, there's no bullpup that are worth anything because they all have shit triggers. Have you seen the Glockinator by Chuck Buster? No, I haven't, and I don't want to look it up. What's your favorite pistol? 1911s, brother. Gooner is a weird thing. I don't know why people are proud to be Gooners. That's like people, I'm edging right now. Good, then you're pathetic. fucking nugget, pay me bail or wait till 2037. Dude, I hope I'm dead in 2037, bro. It's airsoft. It's two guns. I mean, I guess. What the hell did I just walk into with Gooner? I don't know, Victor. It's just weird. You promised your old man you'd live to be 100. No, I said he can live to be 100. He's going to force me to live to be 81, the son of a bitch. Oh, and be a real man and finish. Lol. Dude, he said edging. Hey, hope the shop is doing well. Going to visit best friend and brother tomorrow, and we are heading to range after dinner. Pretty pumped to go shooting with the boys, bringing the Tavor. Hope you have fun, brother. I just wear flowers and goon at night. Oh my god. A lot of you watch wavy web surf, don't you? 8 more, come on. Bro can't even fight. He's in jail, so he didn't win against the cops. Can I get a Glock? Why do you want a Glock? Because you listen to popular music and you think Glocks are good? Dude, ask for something better. I wouldn't give you a gun just because you're asking for a piddly-ass Glock. Century Arms AKs, do you like them? They're fine. They're less expensive than all the other ones. They have better build quality than any of the other ones. So they're fine. Peace, love, peace. I'll be out of job with peace. Okay. Goon, same as Goonies. No. I broke the safety spring on my SKS while taking out my trigger group. Now it just flops around. Does that mean you can shake it and make it run? I spy a Shadow 2. You need to double check, my friend. Not Shadow 2. Look closelier. Zoom in on your screen. Hotshot drivers make 20K a month. Okay, cool. Nice gun shop. No, this is just my living room, my friend. All them fake guns up there. Yep, sure. Nope. All right, I'll stop. It's the Tanfolio Witness 9mm. It's a copycat of a CZ75. Play Nerf gun is fake Nerf gun, Nate Nerf gun. I'm gonna start talking in a stupid accent if people keep on going. What is wrong with people tonight? Oh, what are you talking about? I've been duped. It's the grips, mate. The grips on there make you think it's a totally different gun. Those pistols next to your YouTube plaque look like they came from the world of Tron. Ah, yeah, right. Fire them off, they shoot a line of light. It's really good. What do you think about the 5.7x28? I hear folks of mine praise it and shit. To my knowledge, it's just like Taurus Judge, where the 410 is useless with the barrel length. Wasn't 5.7 meant for a P90? Pretty much. I bet John Wick gets stuff from this man. Not unless he has coins. What do you think of Keltec? I've never seen a more successful company that openly does cocaine. What's the best Glock in your opinion? One that's on fire and melting. Why do you keep saying that's okay to say it? Why do you keep saying that okay is going to say it again? Okay. What handgun do you recommend for hiking in grizzly country? Something 10mm or above. Caltech is great at pushing innovation, but not great at selling reliable products. Yep. Dinosaurs went extinct because you people in chat touch yourself at night. Also, every time you masturbate, God kills an, I was going to say a bad word. Hey, matey. Me love 'em gun, yeah. All right, Zolthoth. How you doing? You having a good night? That's what I thought. We'll go to the real gun. Yeah, let's go to the tape. What handgun would you recommend for under $500 for the hood? Why are you putting a gun under your hood? Why didn't Crocodile Dundee hold a gun? He didn't need one, friend. Everybody should be loved and knifed a little bit. Keltec does the powder. They have to. Otherwise, why would they come up with a stripper clip fed 5.7, huh? Hebrews. I brew everything, bruh. I can't do Captain Jack because I can't sound that slurry. I always hear them praise the velocity and shit, talk about mini 5.56, but I doubt it's out of a 5-inch. It'll run about 2,000 FPS out of a 5-inch barrel. Dork. Nerd. Sorry I'm late. It's fine, Guile. How do you do? I agree that 5.7 is dumb. I don't get the hype at all. It's fine. Stripper clip fed pistol in 20 is crazy. I have an M134 and you don't. You have a Mercedes-Benz? Good for you. Congratulations for your repair bills. Gun for under $500. Okay, look at everybody giving you offers. Ever make mead? No, but one time I got together with this really hot chick thing and we made the beast with 2 heads. Hold up! Is that an Intel Arc GPU? No, it's a Gigabyte RTX 4070 Ti. How many rounds of ammo do you have and have? Do I have in stock at home? Well, I own a gun store that's attached to the building that I live in, so I have it all. But personally, I have about 1,000 rounds per caliber. Where do you get your ammo? From my store. Can you please recommend a beginner rifle? Probably one that's made out of plasticine and shoots darts. I'd say. No, actually, Savage Axis or Ruger Predator or Ruger Americans. They're both really solid. Rip Intel. I don't rip Intel. You own those guns? Yes. Favorite accessory for a pistol? Ammo. It's kind of like a Chick-fil-A in Avengers Endgame. It's good, but not a dog licking his balls good. Overrated shit is just annoying. Oh. Jiminy is my king. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. You got a Terran Tactical? Nope. Terran Tactical just comes off as really skeevy in my opinion. I don't like him at all. Real bad man. So I was in the car business for 20 years and I was in retail for a decade before that. And you get to know people and some people just give you that vibe that it's like, I really don't know if I want to leave anybody I love and cherish alone with this guy. And he gives me that vibe. Why do you always look sleepy? Because I'm always fucking sleepy, dude. Honestly, I'm always tired because I don't sleep much. I kind of sleep like a cat. And when I'm doing this, I don't know what you're talking about. When I'm doing this and I have to read a screen for hours, my eyes get very tired. Classy as ever. Do it come in orange? I come in anything orange. I leave for 5 minutes and all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I did. Do I have a vector? Nope. He do be putting off a vibe. He really does, dude. When a fat fuck with a really shitty beard has a bunch of hot chicks hanging around him only because he has money. Freaking sleepy. Yeah. You fix up the RAM line yet? It just has a broken mag and I don't want to pay $100 for a replacement on a gun I'm selling for $75. Do I have a sniper? I sure do. You can't see him. He's up on the roof because he's Korean like me. We haven't met face to face yet. I wonder what's your vibe on me. I've got kind of a chill vibe. For some reason, I think you have a bit of an accent. I don't know why about that, but I think you'd be pretty cool just from your gun choices and the pictures I've seen. You're a car salesman and a douchebag rich Saudi Arabian walks on the lot. What do you sell him? Any fucking thing he wants. I love Saudi Arabians, dude. You know how you sell a Saudi Arabian a car? Be mean. You don't cater to rich people. You tell them what's what with respect. Do I like Olight? They're fine. Dude, you were too chicken shit to type the word fuck, Caleb. So something tells me you're a 12-year-old kid who likes to edge to his little sister's pictures, you fucking turd. 3 millimeters away from felony, just like me. You're all right. Do I like retro stuff? Not in guns. I am not a caliber-specific lover. I like both. Hello, my fellow gunman. Oh, I gotta say that more like a robot. Hello, fellow gunman. I hope your day has been stupendous. My VA doctor told me I should have worn earplugs, but I didn't hear him say it. I went to my doctor the other day for my tinnitus, and all he said was, Jesus, that was dark. You called an 11-year-old a turd? Hey, kids can be turds. Look, everybody's like, kids are the future, kids are this, kids are that. Dude, kids are like adults that are just stupider. You can tell when one's a turd. Sorry. Cancel me, internet. I don't give a shit. There's only one little biological hominid that I appreciate at this moment in time, and she's basically my niece, and if any of you ever disparage her, I will castrate you with a blunt-ass Coke bottle. But the rest of your kids, I don't want to have anything to do with. Sorry. Well, stones are fine, but that's only because I only have to see them once every couple of months. I would say yes to suppress. Absolutely. Do you think God is real? I do believe that there is a higher power for sure. I'm not giving it a name. I'm heading to bed. Have a good night, y'all. You too, Mountain Man. I'm not responding to audio statements anymore because people keep on saying that like they think I can do something about it. Here's a little bit of an interesting bit for you when it's a vertical live. It's not running through an audio DAC. It's not running through a capture card. It's literally on my goddamn phone. I can't do shit about my goddamn phone. I can't hold the goddamn rabbit ears up and hope it gets better fucking reception, kids. I'm an active member of the community that can be trusted around firearms. Is that how I should start greeting my local FFL? Nah. Go in there is, how many felonies is too many? Gas impingement or gas piston? Both. I am not judgmental. Hello, Heather. Oh, hi, I'm Jasmine. Your name says Troy. Have a great night, Joe and Cast. Hopefully you get 180. Let's see. I need 5 more. I need 4 more. Come on, you bitches. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, prove to me that you aren't a whiny little baby and hit the like button and the subscribe button. I don't care about the like button. Fuck the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 180,000 subs. Your audio is perfect. Customs, you can't do shit, lol. Yeah, audio's fine. It's them. If you wanted to go out in style, which guy? I'd probably wear my all stainless one because it matches my suit. But yeah, good job on trying to be a asshole. So enjoy the report. I don't give a shit. I'll show my flagging history. I report anybody that makes suicidal jokes. That shit isn't funny. Are you in the hood? Only where I went when I wear a hoodie. Agnostic for the win. So, I think there's too much shit to say that there isn't something. I just don't want to discuss it. I have faith in a higher power. That's all you need to know. My higher power and your higher power can have taquitos somewhere if they want. All of a sudden, my chat is not scrolling. Hold on a second. I missed a bunch of comments because my chat's fucky. I'm subbing not because you asked me, though, because I thought it would be an original idea. Hey, thank you, Michael. That's all you need to say. It was enough. Yeah, I get it, dude. If you had $100,000, which gun would you get? That's way too much money, dude. I just want a DWX optics cut. I just want a Dan Weston DWX optics cut. 180,003. Thank you, kids. You guys are wonderful. So now I'm staying on until we get to 200,000. It's only 20,000. Come on, let's do it right now. Fucking hit the... No, I'm just kidding. Higher power looks a lot like Charlton Heston. Dude, I do not think Charlton Heston is a higher power. I actually prefer Alanis Morissette from Dogma if I'm going to imagine anybody. Because, you know, knowing that God has a vagina and she's going to welcome me home. Only going to bring up religion once and that's it. I'm Norse pagan and respect others' decision to religion. So here's the thing. Be it Jewish, Hasidic, Arabic, or whatever you believe in, absolutely do. Hey, Guile, thank you, brother. Thank you for the donation. Love you, bro. Whatever you believe in, that's absolutely fine. I don't care. If you want to, if you need to use a prayer rug and prayer on a regular schedule, great. I will accommodate the shit out of you. That's fine. But what I really have a problem with, and to be frankly, it has to do more with Catholics and Christians, is somebody that beats you over the head nonstop with sayings and, you know, not respecting your boundaries and your personal space. I don't deal with that shit. If you're religious, great. Whatever higher power you believe in, having a faith, having something that you believe in, even if you're agnostic or you're an atheist, believing in yourself, whatever, just have a belief. Why is my M249 always try to cosplay a bolt action? You still have your Jennings. No, I actually sold that to a subscriber. I won't. Jiminy's a much nicer guy than I am. Let me buy one of your guns. Go to Wind City Armory. They're all on there, buddy. Do you have a nuclear weapon? In my pantalones! Am I in the Pacific Northwest? If not, I am about as far from the Pacific Northwest as you can get. I live on the East Coast, son. I believe in the Spaghetti Lord, the one true ruler. You're Catholic? That's cool. What do you think is the worst World War I, World War II weapon is garbage? Probably that rail gun that sat on a train because it could be blown up easily. Yo, I just subbed because I think you're really funny and you make me laugh when I need it the most. Thank you so much for this, and I really need this live stream. Hunter, thank you so much for getting something out of it. I try to be as chill as I can, and I do make jokes. I try to be funny-ish. I know that there are people out there that might be faster and quicker and smarter than me, but not really. But I'm here for you, dude. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, man. No power in the verse can stop us. I was thinking the same thing, dude. Yeah, you're thinking about Shepherd Book telling him, I don't care what you believe in, just believe in it. Oh, man, thought maybe I'd run into you sometime. You never know. I could accidentally trip and wind up in Seattle. I hate it when some people rub their religion in my face. I just ask them this. Who died and made you God? Lol. Someone should get something out of these lives. Hey, McManus, you get a lot of lessons in tolerance and humility. You never reapply them, but you help give that lesson to people. A while back, I bought some stuff at an auction. There was a mag for a Jennings 22. Do you want it? Sure, why not? Send it on. Did you get stung by a bee? Yes. A booby. It was attached to your mommy, and her milk was rotten. Dude, once you turned 15, you probably should have stopped sucking on those mommy milkers. You're gross. Do you know anything about a TNW fireworks takedown rifle that allows you to swap different barrels? No, I don't really. I've probably seen it. What's the website for your gun? Wind City Armory. You have yet to be humbled. I humbled the shit out of you, bro. When you tried saying that my 1903 pocket hammerless was striker fired, and I proved you wrong, motherfather. God isn't dead. And we killed him. Well, you know. Somebody 360 no-scoped them, and then there must have been a reason. You have any Colt 45s? I'm looking to get one with some ivory grips or an all-gold one dip. No. Sorry. You did? It is striker fired, ain't it? Nope. We had that argument. You kept saying it was striker fired. It's internally hammered. Gustav gun was one of the worst logistical nightmares ever conceived during World War II. It required a garrison's worth of soldiers and only ended up firing 2 shells on the Eastern Front. That's what I was saying, dude. It was a shit gun. Are we about to 1v1 on Fortnite? I'd kick your ass. Dude, I can't do Fortnite. I'm not a little boy or a little girl or a little Asian monk that sits and plays games all day. I have a life, and if you're playing Fortnite, you can go ninja with yourself. What's your favorite gun of all time? 1911s. What's your biggest gun you got? It's the one that's pointing at somebody because that's the biggest goddamn thing they ever seen. Do you reload? Nope. I don't want to get addicted to it. You look like a country person, are you? Well, I try to hide it, but sometimes it comes out. I thought I was doing a better job, but apparently you heard it. So, yeah, I can be a little bit country. Oh, yeah, it's a smaller Colt. Yep. The Colt 25 Junior is the one that is striker fired. Passion 2 is scheduled to be released next year. Mel Gibson's going to do the scene where Jesus is in hell. Bring the kid, should be a hoot. Will he be eating some Chick-fil-A? A little bit of country. And some rock and roll. 1911. Oh, you're funny. Now, based on the way you talked and the fact that you challenged me to Fortnite, really means you probably shouldn't be in this live stream. So do me a favor. Tell your mom I'll be over to play with her mommy milkers. I just got a threaded barrel and a PSA compact dagger. Quite literally never shot it, but was wondering about if threaded is good or not. If you're going to apply it with something, either a compensator or a suppressor, absolutely. If it's rifled all the way to the end, you get a little bit of extra dwell time, so you get more spin on the round. The Derringer above your head, is it 45? No, it's 38 special. It's the ROM RG17 and 38 special. Favorite pistol maker, Nighthawk Customs. What is the stupidest gun that you got? That stupid-ass Ramline Syntec. What's your favorite gun on the wall? That stupid-ass Ramline Syntec. You should try harder. That stupid-ass Ramline Syntec. Would you be willing to split payment on the Para RP13? Email me. We'll talk. I've got several different people interested in it, Nugget. So if I'm going to do something, it's on a first-come, first-served basis. Chick-fil-A food is all right, but working for the company, the one I worked at was shitey. Yep. Because they treat you bad, and they all have given themselves over to God, so whatever they do in life, they'll be forgiven for. Suppression on pistols are super impractical unless it's 45 ACP. Probably it's not worth it. I'd put a comp on it. 9mm with 147 grain is very quiet, my guy. First gun I ever bought was a Rock Island Armory 1911 double stack 9mm 22 TCM. Can we get a close-up of a Smith & Wesson? If there was one on the wall, I might consider accommodating you. How good of a rabbit hunter are you? The only rabbits I hunt are in the panties of hot chicks. I don't. The DWX worth the money? Yes and no. I won't pay retail, but it's worth the money. Sorry that you have an ingrown toenail. Also sorry that you said you were 12 because you can't be in this live stream. I just scoffed 3 cannolis. Nice. My taxes won't hurry up and come. I just go ahead and buy it. I hear you, dude. Just like I said, we'll talk about it. What's your favorite gun on the wall? Any of my 1911s, dude. Congratulations on the 180. 200,000's coming next. I hope so, dude. This year I'm going to push out range videos and more videos, so hopefully I can start growing again. So when I had the massive growth, I got to the point where I was getting like 30,000 subs a month and 10 million views. I need to get back to that. Oh, fuck. Some people are stupid. Today's your birthday? Well, happy friggin' birthday, kid. Thank you for not letting the earth fall into the sun. Thoughts on the Glock? It's a Glock. What's a good email to hit you up? Hit me up at thejiminyshow@gmail.com. We're ending the live stream in 3 minutes so we can talk. Favorite gun on the wall? The Para Ordnance 1911, actually. Who's your favorite, mom or dad? Well, my bio dad is my favorite dad. That's about all I'll pick. How does the 9mm 1911 compare to the 45 in terms of stopping power? It's a smaller round that is going faster, but 45 always has more stopping power. Thoughts on mayonnaise? I love real mayonnaise. Screw that salad dressing stuff, but Hellman's? Eat it by the spoon. CZ or 1911 for next range trip? Never shot a 1911. Then do the 1911, bro. I got to run, brother. I'm actually at work. Guile, thanks for coming in, and thanks you for the big dono. I appreciate it, bro. You're king. Smartest thing coming out of his mouth is a Glock. Why is the Glock in his mouth? They let them own gums? Did we get 180K? Yep, we went over 180K. My people always know what's going on. We got to 180 and 9. Unreal, thank you. My favorite is dead too. Nice to know, Troy. Any good mods for a 45? Got one and would love to get some good mods. Well, in terms of mods, I mean, if it's a good 1911 already, you don't need to do anything to it. Sometimes sights. You like glue? Nope. Bro, what's up, Bass? Why are you spamming? You just trying to be weird? Order a pizza. No, I'm good. Dogs. Had cats my whole life. I've only had a couple of dogs. The cats fit in the buns better. Anyways, kids, we're at 11 o'clock. You guys hit my goal. You guys are so awesome. I promise I will do nothing next time because I don't make promises based on your interaction. I just want you guys to help me grow the channel organically and be part of the history of the Jiminy Show and the live streams where I say stupid stuff like talking about somebody's mommy's milkers. Lots of crazy shit. Yeah, it was a weird one. It felt like a Wednesday. Should I send the Jennings mag to Wind City Armory? Sure. That's where I was going to eventually give you. I am awesome. The rest are just plebs. Pretty much. You have a rabbit. I have a jackrabbit. Bigger one. Did have one. Hey, yep. My actual name is Joe. What's your favorite gun? Bass. What's going on, dude? Bass is having a night. No, don't ban him. He's just screwing around. Definitely felt like a Wednesday. Bass normally doesn't do that. He's doing something silly, so that's fine. It's probably just during the last month. My wife, I'm jumping off to beat my penis. It's going to scream loudly. But yeah, all right, guys. Leave anything in the likes and the shiz and the big and the bot and the boot and the boot and the blue. So, email sent. All right, I'll check it in just a second, Nugget. So, anyways, take one last look at the wall, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Love you guys. Have a good one.